All right, everyone, we're setting up here. We got a Guardian match finishing up. I just finished some stuff up. Oh, it's been a crazy busy day today, but I've been looking forward to getting to this. I'm going to let some people filter in. We're going live early. The stream says we're not supposed to go live till like 3, but we're going live now. We're going live early. I broke the rules. I broke all the rules. Let's see.
Is it, and then he pitches all the resources so that he can play it out there.
Third crippling crush of the game. You know what?
While people are filling in, we're just going live. We're going live early. I have regular work stuff that I have to take care of today. I had to get some stuff done, but you know I couldn't miss this event. I'm going to let people start filtering into chat.
Crush, being able to
Sonny Swanson, what's going on?
The pitch there as well.
We got the Guardian mirror finishing up here. Starvo v Starvo. I'm just picking up with this game. I was watching earlier this morning, and I took a break. Had to get to regular work.
Yeah, that pushes all the way up.
Shout out to LSS for letting us live stream this. Got the LSS permission, the Big Daddy stamp of approval.
Yeah, I mean that was like.
And we got some flesh and blood. Let's do some audio tests.
Yes.
Make sure you guys can hear the content. Make sure you guys can hear me. As we start to figure this out, we are going to make sure that all of the audio and everything. We're gonna do this live. We're gonna people. I'm live in the Hometown TCG Discord, so anyone in Hometown TCG can pop in and chat with me. Obviously, keep it clean. I will kick you out. We'll have to end the stream for everyone. You'll ruin everyone's fun. Don't do that.
Your opponent has not. You could argue
Guardian mirror here
because that whole process was blocked by one card.
What's up, guys? A couple people, if you're here in the chat, if you're here early, even though we went live early, we broke not like LSS rules, we broke our rules. We set the stream for like 3. I think we went live an hour early. So if you're here in the chat, let us know. We're just getting started. We jumped right in. We're in the Guardian matchup. If you guys want the gameplay itself louder, let me know. If you want me louder, if you need things changed, I gotta know. We're in for the long haul. We're gonna be watching this all weekend, courtesy of LSS. We're kind of jumping in the middle of this Starvo mirror here, and it looks like, you know, our bottom player Nick Butcher has lost a little bit of tempo, and you wonder if this is Starvo activated.
He's just throwing a yellow evergreen
based on the 1 card in hand. Unless it's a pulse, it doesn't look Starvo activated.
It does not have go again. It does not have dominate.
Yep, just a regular
just an evergreen.
Yeah, so
you feel like, hey, we're just probably taking this. Jonathan Owens is looking at just taking this evergreen. I've got some updates. I've got Team Ascent updates. They've been throwing me updates left and right all day. I know a lot of the guys out there are doing really well, and there is an Ascent 5-0
tempo, and they have kind of a mediocre turn, and you're like, oh, you know what?
There is a 5-0 out there on Team Ascent.
Another copy, I should say.
So I'm pretty stoked about that. But I can't do it.
Again, it's like a nice value. It's 7 for 3, and that's without the like Starvo fuse, right?
Right.
So 7 for 3, and it blanks hero effects. So it asks the question in this exact matchup, and maybe you only set it in for this matchup.
I got friends at the Pro Tour talking about.
For like chain or
they're like, oh, we got people here.
In this very matchup, it asks.
We're telling them Hometown TCG. The guys are from our locals.
And
I was like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty sweet.
Are you just going to take the cards from your hand that would do that and block with them? Because if you don't, then it's off anyway. And look, he tossed an Oaken Old.
This is quickly becoming Guardian gameplay, guys. Check this out. It's quickly becoming block, throw, hammer, pass, block, throw, hammer, pass. Icy Winter's Whale here. Block, throw, hammer, pass. Like, it's crazy how quickly Starvo can switch into like Guardian mode. Can switch like from this crazy broken fusion, slap all this dominate, to this crazy big Guardian, block everything really efficiently, cycle these cards.
Now, we talked earlier about the fact that Jonathan doesn't have much in the way of equipment block left, but he still has perhaps the most key piece of equipment, and that's Crown of Seeds.
Yes.
And he's always going to have that in this matchup. And he has the Arsenal card, which can tuck and block 1.
So I like the fact that Nick Butcher, while he might be under a little pressure, has kept Tunic because if this game turns into a grind fest, you can possibly get
depending on the situation,
2 more Crown of Seeds activations off of Tunic, at least 1 more. I love that he kept Tunic at this point. That's just crazy.
Toss in those boots as well. Like get some value out of that.
Exactly. So even though he is behind on blocks with equipment, you see he has right now, at this moment, a full grip of cards.
All right, so we just, again, guys, let's check the sound. Let me know what sound is like.
And perhaps the tempo
on
to
all
win the game
accounts
if he has the ability to fuse.
for the commentators on the stream, the actual gameplay for my sound. Let me know. We just got started. We just pumped in. I'm hoping we are live in. We're also live in the Hometown TCG Discord. So any Hometown TCG patrons in the Discord, feel free to jump into the tabletop, jump into the voice chat, hang out, chat with us.
Crown of Seeds, the card to the bottom, I should say.
You're more than welcome. Keep it clean.
A new card, taking a look. Always starting with this is wise, because if you draw into like a fuse trigger, then you can just pop off.
Turn up the video sound.
Perhaps seal the game, but instead just blocking, taking one.
Yeah, so if he does take one here, it will create.
Taking none because Crown of Seeds, my fault.
Yep. Oh, here comes the Starvo activation.
Yep, and it's probably just going to be that.
That's a yellow evergreen coming down.
Green. That's what it should be called. Winter green. Let's go. Evergreen. No, evergreen yellow coming across for the casual 8 again.
That's an evergreen coming down right now.
It's so wintergreen.
A dominated 8 evergreen.
It's close.
Evergreen for 62.
If anyone is going to play a card called Wintergreen, I think Starvo.
Dude, these Grindfest get so crazy.
Breath,
now remember,
yeah, I can see that.
Nick can turn his hand into a 5-card hand.
Exactly.
He's so happy to be
here.
Yeah,
he's happy to be here.
He's happy for you.
He can turn his hand into a 5-card hand with Tunic Crown
in the
of
grand
Seeds
scheme of Flesh and Blood, he may not be here for a long time, but he is here for a good time.
Yeah. And you know what? For the time that he is here, he's made quite the statement.
It doesn't look like he's going to do it, which means he probably wants to. Oh, turn timber.
Oh, and there's the turn timber from Arsenal to counteract
the red break ground.
And stop
if we couldn't catch that on camera, it was fused with a red break ground.
So was this turn timber
from Arsenal? Yes, it was from Arsenal. It was not fused. Unless he showed.
Dude, this stream has been hype.
Yeah.
There's been Kanos, there's been Lexis, there was a Bolt, the chain.
We have
dude, it's been insane. This stream has been awesome.
Blocked with another Oakenhold.
Yeah.
Seen a lot of those Oakenolds just getting blocked with and thrown into the bin. I know Nick has blocked with at least 2 of them.
Nick with a full block,
and
2
at this
cards
point,
in hand.
Nick, I think,
is maybe throw Winter's Wail and
resigning himself to
for
swing hammer Arsenal, or just Arsenal and pass.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I mean,
just
the
Arsenal
decks
and pass
at
is
this
weird.
point aren't looking that thin, right?
Yeah, there was a Leviathan
There's still
game.
a little bit of meat in there.
It's the life totals that are
just
low,
Arsenal
causing
pass
this
here.
to be in the end game, and he is just going to Arsenal and pass.
Just Arsenal pass here. Jim Williams, we are watching a Guardian Mirror in your honor
Arsenal
right now. I know it's not the Guardian Mirror you wish it was.
Whale, so maybe he didn't have a blue
Pulse.
plus a good Arsenal.
We have a good old.
Are we playing the Pulse?
Yes.
Right off the bat. So this is an 8.
Just Winter's Wail for 8.
Yeah, Pulse here is actually going to buff up that Winter's Wail attack as well.
Not even slowing down. Just, you know what? Winter's Wail for 8.
I
don't even care.
Frostbite token.
Pulse. Pulse down. Winter's Wail for 8.
Incremental advantage
Suck
here is going to be pretty big.
It's crazy.
And at this point, throwing in lethal attacks like this.
I mean, you probably can't keep this in your hand because if you allow your opponent to Starvo trigger and you can't block everything,
is able to dominate a huge attack, and if your opponent doesn't have a defense reaction,
so that'd be fine, I guess.
It can be.
I don't know. Maybe you're trying to keep this here.
And over the past,
it's so crazy. It's so easy to backseat game when these guys are in there sweating,
very
actually playing
meticulous,
the cards.
very
it's so much easier to sit
about
above
blocking
the table and just say,
all
of
the incoming damage and not taking
crazy.
weak damage. And you may think, well, why is that? Because it's not like you're worried about on-hit effects.
Right.
But you have to think of your life total as being X minus 4.
So there is a Winter's Wail for 8
because
coming through.
Any dominated attack will basically present that over the top.
I wonder if he's trying to
if
set
you
up for
start
a blink
taking
play
weak
here.
damage and you go to you're at 5, you're at 4, you can die
wonder if
to
this is a setup
a
for a
wide
blink play.
variety of dominated attacks. Now
So you
he
block
has more
8,
room
the
to
Crown
play
of
with
Seeds
because he
trigger, 2,
hasn't,
3
like we
blocks.
talked about,
Just Arsenal
used
pass.
a lot of his blockable equipment.
Yeah, he's been
Just
very,
Arsenal
very
pass.
disciplined with his equipment usage here.
And pitching
the Eye of
Ophidia to come across with a non-icy Winter's Wail, but he is going to get to opt.
I love
the Eye Starvo
in this deck. Not one that I would have pegged for Starvo right off the bat.
He absolutely does. There's
Definitely
a lot of
one we see a
equipment
lot
blocked
in
there.
Kano, but I do like this. Being able to sculpt your hand, set up for a possible.
He's so diligent.
Game-winning.
Nick Butcher's so diligent about holding this
exactly.
equipment right now.
And it's also
it's just crazy how disciplined he is.
I don't know if
just
that
to
is
hold
a
this equipment.
foil Eye of Ophidia.
Knowing Nick, maybe.
That would be the ultimate flex.
Give you a solid maybe.
That'd be
checking the pitch order of cards. Remember, at the Calling Indy, that was a thing. That was a thing.
Probably the most expensive card we've seen on coverage.
So,
dude, this is crazy.
Pushing this damage, that leaves him the opportunity to Arsenal his last card and allow him that Crown of Seeds plus whatever blocks he has in the future.
I wonder if Jonathan's
at this point he's sort of
I'm just going to take
pivoted for that. Perhaps it's like a temporary thing, but it could be a mindset shift here, and
I'm
it'll be
waiting
interesting
for
to see
him
as
to
it goes.
turn the table,
maybe pivoting completely to the control side of things and just
on the back
managing life totals, trying to
just
take whatever is being thrown at you in a way that allows you
triggered here, 2 float.
Come back with like one hammer
legs
or just maintain
online
your
right now. Again, I love that Nick still has that tunic around.
So we have a full block here, 3 from the lightning.
Okay, full block. Full block. Okay. All right, full block.
Drawing up the hand and passing on over to Jonathan.
This feels like a Guardian mirror.
I believe a
finally.
card, no, a
like
4-card
the Starvo v Starvo matchup that we're watching right now feels like a Guardian mirror.
It's really down to it.
Looks like a 3-card hand. My apologies.
Both players are just really
crippling crush.
I don't want to say turtling up, but yeah, kind of
pitch
turtling up.
Well, this is what I talked about earlier in the game, where it could lead to a situation at low life totals where both players are literally playing just that fundamental flesh and blood style of like swing hammer, try to take cards from your hand.
Hammer for 8 from you? No, hammer for 8 from me. Going back and forth.
It's like that classic thing you do in Blitz or in Draft or in
hammer
Sealed.
For 8. They're both just throwing hammer for 8 at one another.
We saw this play earlier.
Yeah, we did.
And here we have it on Nick's side where he comes across with Pulse plus Winter's
just
Wail.
going back and forth with hammer for 8. Hammer for 8. Would you like a hammer for 8? Would you like a hammer for 8? 2 cards for 8 damage.
I love a Winter's Wail for 4, but I love a Winter's Wail
back.
for 8 even more.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
So crazy.
Good.
And he's got an Arsenal target.
Good facsimile of like a
tunic counter eventually.
Right, yeah,
though.
and you also are threatening a frostbite.
Value.
The icy encounter
to
this. So you're looking. Jonathan's looking at his hand, thinking, "Okay, this is 8 damage, which is casual lethal."
It is casually lethal damage.
It's casual lethal.
It's casual lethal.
So again, how many cards do we commit to this? I feel like more than any other class, Guardians have to be good at exactly what we're looking at.
So he's got a yellow break
because
ground.
Guardian as a
Jonathan
class
has a yellow break
fundamentally puts themselves into this position more than any other
Guys, if you're in chat, like I said, we started early. Maybe so sorry if you didn't get the notification. I wanted to get live and get things tested.
Where the Katsu plays in games.
Let me know what you think. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how your day's going.
Fundamentally,
shout out someone.
Give us some info. Can do and should be able to do at a high level, which is why we're seeing it here play out at the Pro Tour.
Here we have a staunch response from Arsenal.
So that'll block 7 with the crown trigger. That'll be 8.
That Jonathan probably has a very interesting hand that he just straight up just doesn't want to block with.
Guys, what a weekend! Have you guys seen some of the photos coming out of Pro Tour?
Arsenal could be something that he could have,
Oh no, he didn't crown
because
Staunch came from Arsenal. Right, my mistake.
He chose not to pitch the excess into it. He was comfortable taking the frostbite.
Kenneth, congratulations on the date. Enjoy.
Parity. He's going to double
enjoy,
pitch
be
for
safe,
the,
have fun.
Winter's Wail. You have to pitch more than the 3, more than the 1 card.
Be safe, have fun.
You do have the
I will be
watching
some FaB tonight. I'll be setting up for the stream tomorrow for more ProQuest coverage. I had to get done with my work day today, so I had a lot of actual work to accomplish.
I believe we'll be seeing
before I jumped on it. I did jump on early with you guys,
in the future.
But I had a lot to accomplish before I did this.
Oakenfold being pitched, which is also interesting.
Yeah.
Keeping track
of tomorrow and Sunday, guys, are going to be huge days. Can you imagine the top 8? We're going to be here viewing the top 8.
These are cards that are
crazy.
very, very strong that could have the potential to close out.
That's going to be
wild. Could get to the point where we see these on the second cycle of the decks.
Yeah, I think we're well into the second cycle at this point. I'm curious
we're in second cycle. They're talking about second cycle. We've reached
because
second
fundamentally,
cycle.
like if you play out this Oakenold with at this stage in the game,
value
it's
that
very
Rampart
unlikely
is
that you're
in this
gonna
matchup.
Get the fuse trigger off on Oakenold because you do need basically 2 cards
first Crater
at this
Fist
point.
block
I think
there.
He's blocked perhaps with this candle hold.
Oh, Starvo activation. No shield.
Oh, he played his pulse, right?
Oh no.
I can't recall which one he still has left.
Either way, we have a Bravo activation.
Yep,
so
he's got
super
pulse
good
of
if
you are
in
sitting
hand.
in Nick's position because
oh
you
no,
push extra
can he just sit on pulse of Eisenloft and try to roll the casino wheel over and over again?
And is that a blue break ground? Which would be coming in if it was blue.
That's
it'd be coming
a blue
in for
break
5
ground. So what is that?
2 coming in for 7.
Casual 7 here.
With Dominate.
Where's Louis? I think Louis busy right now. I know he's got family time. We talked about us getting together this weekend.
Close out the game,
so
even if he doesn't have
I pinged him on Discord.
This could be that kind of setup turn though, because if you take any damage here
or
on the following hammer swing, then another fuse dominate attack
busy
probably
family man
with what?
Louis
you
a
have
busy
one
busy
block
family man
with your shield, which you see here, and you have one set of blocks with your boots.
This pretty much ensures
this, by the way, this shield block is very well
pulse.
timed because it will force both cards to be pitched by Nick if you want to push the 4.
Yeah, I do really like this block here.
Oh, wow, going to 1.
Just giving him another
no float, no tunic.
Just makes it
crown still
awkward.
there.
And he's choosing, in this case, what we talked about earlier, in this case, he's choosing not to
maybe the move there is to push damage.
To attack with Winter's Wail. And
the move there might be to push Winter's Wail just to try to guarantee to get 2 cards from your opponent.
And pass on over. But
oh, no.
Is there a possible
Is this Crippling Crush? Is the Starvo Crippling Crush in response? I think it has to be exactly Starvo Crippling Crush in response,
so that he could maybe
right?
hit his own fuse. He went all the way down to 1.
He did go to 1.
Right?
So
this has to be this 100%. Like you can't go to 1.
What, 6 on the chin going to 1?
Oh.
You don't just do that for no reason, right?
No, it's got to be exactly Starvo Crippling Crush.
Yeah, you're looking to close the game on your turn. And pitching away to Oakenhold. Did he get the Oakenhold fuse? He got the fuse off on Oakenhold. Very
all right, so it's the fused Oakenhold.
Late in the game, but because of this exact reason I was alluding to earlier, at this point, you can't.
It is the fused Oakenhold, dude.
A bunch of damage to set your hand up for a fused Oakenhold because you're so lost, right?
It is the fused Oakenhold. Okay, so this is coming in. So what it would be? Did he Starvo activate? I was playing with the content creator value.
He was able to play this Oakenhold and it was winning the game.
Yeah, let's see what Nick.
He had the turn timber. It's a fused turn timber, and he's got it. He's got the turn timber, the fused turn timber that he held on to.
So yeah, Nick had the perfect answer there. He didn't even need to use his equipment. He still has some block on the glove.
Dude, that is not good. Oh no. Oh, that is so not good. Oh, Jonathan Owens, no.
He's at 1.
The stupid turn timber.
I can close out this game with a fused Oakenhold.
No, the stupid turn timber. Oh, that's going to be so bad. Come on.
Now you run into the issue where literally all you have to do as Nick is present damage.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing can be leaked, and your opponent doesn't have equipment to, besides the one block, the one time you block for 2 with the Ironhide legs. Besides that, you're just there. So you have to find a way to get there, and it may just come off the back of a fuse here.
So Jonathan coming in with another planet activation.
Okay.
Jam down that red evergreen.
The red evergreen. At least it's red, guys. Okay, it's red. Jonathan's still in this. Not done yet. Guys, Jonathan is not done yet. He's still in this. It's a fused evergreen for 9. Technically lethal.
It's not going to do nothing.
If the hand is exactly expose the elements X2, blink X2, they can still block. Oh no, they can still block. Guys, as chat starts to populate what's going on, we started early. We weren't going to do this till tomorrow, but some of the gameplay was just so sick. I had to pop on and start watching now. We're going to be back on tomorrow and Sunday to watch some high-level gameplay, some Day 2 stuff, some Top 8 stuff. But you guys know, I had to get on a little bit early. I had to get on here and check this out.
You love to see it.
I'm just going to say it.
It's a full... So every time that Jonathan has had a chance to get onto the front foot, he has just had it. He's just had it. He's just had it every time. Come on. Nick Butcher, stop having it every time. This man is nuts. This man is insane.
I mean, if you're Jonathan here, you got to be a little bit disappointed when you see the staunch response coming in from the Arsenal.
Oh my goodness, this man is insane. And the lack of 3 blocks in this deck, because of Autumn's Touch being gone, sooner or later we're not going to be able to just crown into a 3 block into trying a 3-card Starvo activation from there, right? We're going to get a hand of all 2 blocks. We're going to lose a 3 block somewhere along the line sooner or later. Oh, come on.
You can catch him out with more than just, or with less than just that, like he has that. And
it's 5 to freaking 1 right now. What is going on?
But Nick in a very commanding position with blocks on his equipment still.
Both players still with Ironhide legs, but the option to tunic into Ironhide legs and turn that tunic into 3 block, right? That's just crazy to me. You can block with, remove the counter, block with Tunic, block with Ironhide Legs, use the resource from Tunic, and 3 block with Equipment and with Crater Fist. You have 4 free block right there. That is crazy.
So we have a
that is crazy.
Full block coming in here. I mean, at this point, everything has to be a full block.
Yeah, it was a...
All right, Starvo activation.
Oh, and there's a fuse. Does it come across for game?
It's okay, hold on. Here it is.
Red evergreen.
Yeah, so
9 red evergreen.
You know that the
9 red evergreen.
For 6 at the very least, plus buff up anything else that.
Bro, 9 red evergreen. Let's go. Jonathan trying to pull this back from the freaking brink right now.
So I mean, Nick still has a lot of virtual life here.
There's a lot of armor sitting over there staring at Jonathan, dude. All Nick's armor still being face up in this game. Like I said this when we first went live. I said this 20 minutes ago, dudes. Ladies and gentlemen, I said this 20 minutes ago. The fact that he has kept Tunic face up and been able to get 2 more charges off Tunic right now is huge. The value in these Guardian matchups where you can just keep cycling Tunic and getting free pitch at given moments is insane. It's so crazy. It gives you like this weird freedom to play around things and play different and then hold those Ironhide boots.
Crown of Seeds did all the way through the deck. And then
oh my god.
Right now. Fire breathing would also be cool, but not nearly as cool.
Commentators trolling us with freaking fire breathing.
Pummel.
Yeah.
For that would be that.
Chad is saying it's exactly blockable with everything and a 3 with all equipment and a 3. Yes, but if you don't have an activation here, you just say, full block it out and get back to the grind. Keep your equipment. But Monday, you're totally right. OCK, thank you. Yes, once a year I get my haircut. Whenever my wife is just done with it.
All right, so we do have a.
Okay, actually blocking with the pulse, taking 2, going down to 3.
I like this. You're not committing a ton of resources.
Is that taking 2? 6, 7. Did we trigger Crown? Or did Pulse come from Arsenal?
That Pulse has done work.
There's one floating left, so I think it must have come from Arsenal, right?
It opened you up to the possibility of, fusing and winning the game with it. In this moment, he was like, this is probably the best case scenario.
Dude, this is great. Look at the Tunic going to 1 again. Are we going to get a 3rd charge off Tunic? Guys, keeping Tunic could be the difference. Here's a dominated, it's a dominated Evergreen.
Pulse of Eisenloft, perhaps, or was that a
dominated Evergreen from 9?
I was looking on the face cam to see.
We've seen a lot of
oh man, this could be it. We're only at 1.
Yes.
Jonathan Owens at 1, dominated Evergreen, a red, stereo 9 dominate, go again. A Winter's Wail following this up. Guys, Tunic is so huge. Keeping Tunic is gigantic.
You have the capability of Crown of Seizing at any time. And so win to Arsenal a defense reaction, win to Arsenal a card you want to Crown of Seeds away is very nuanced, especially because both of these players are playing a heavy defense reaction archetype.
This is crazy right now.
Jonathan kind of took a little gander at
I think this is over. I think it's over. Unless there's a really impressive defense reaction coming out of nowhere. Because remember, we're only at 1. Winter's Wail can follow up here.
Digging when you're at 1 against a very threatening attack is.
There's no way. This is just it.
Happy seeing this.
Well.
Like, there's not a chance. Oh, no.
I don't think there's any way out.
Oh, no, Jonathan.
3-block card.
Oh, no.
You can block 1 Crown of Seeds. You can block 1.
No, okay. No go again unless he pays 2.
Something there. He's going to probably say no. This loses go again. And
so if he has exactly a defense reaction.
On the board, he's got 1 block on Crown, 2 blocks with the boots here. And then
so that's 3. He's blocking 3. We still need 6 block.
Defense reaction.
It's a pulse!
He has a pulse! He's got it!
And it's going to buff up the block there, so it does cover everything.
Dude, he had it! Let's go!
Blizzard actually came in clutch there.
Let's go!
Yeah, came in absolutely clutch there.
Let's go!
That could be the turn that wins the game, too.
Let's go! Blizzard out of freaking nowhere.
Yeah.
Not.
This man just comes over the top. Blizzard pulls. What?
On the end of Jonathan's turn after he chooses to, or before he arsenals the actual card, And he's going to pitch for the Oakenold. Now, this is just 7.
Oh, just regular Oakenold.
Fused, but if
there goes the Blink. Blink not
the
blocking.
game,
This deck is ridiculous. Imagine if that was Rampart and you can turn Blink into a 2-block.
They could just draw into a handful of 2s.
That is true. That is true, especially like we talked about earlier.
I can't believe this is crazy.
Touch kind of like out of the picture.
There was that earlier. Wow, yeah, and that's exactly what we talked about. He has to block with 2s.
Exactly.
And that leaves him with a single card in hand, which
doesn't Oakenold block for 3?
Again, most likely.
Wasn't that just a 7-block with a Crown of Siege trigger? Oh, he doesn't have another 3-block in his hand. Gotcha.
Yep.
Arsenal pass.
Where, these players have to block with, multiple
That
cards per
guys,
hand.
we're gonna get a 4th counter on Tunic. We're gonna get a 4th counter. The Tunic value. The value engine that is Findell Spring Tunic right now.
We've got a sculpted 5-card hand, no fuse still. At this point,
Break ground for 7. See, this is where we're using up all the 3-blocks in the deck now. Jonathan's gonna just run through 3-blocks. He's got to use 1 to 2 every single turn. It feels like, activation or not.
Things are looking pretty good. Obviously, Jonathan's not out of this yet. Right?
At the end of this turn, when he arsenals and does nothing back, Nick gets to Crown of Seeds and turn his hand into a 5-card hand.
3-block on. He's blocking with a pulse.
Oh no!
2 blocks, I believe.
He kept his arsenal card.
You just have to, right?
3, 5,
Winter's
7,
Wail coming through.
He's blocked exactly 7. He's going to present.
Okay, so he is throwing something back. It's way better that he's throwing something back than doing nothing, right? But there's just too many options on the side of Nick here.
Sorry, not take it. A single card block and take the Frostbite is what I was alluding to, and then just go from there. But maybe he's just going to chuck equipment so that he can.
No, yeah, look at this. He must. He's got a. So he has it. He has it. He has Starvo. This is Tunic.
So
just
have a fuse to finish this.
This is really coming down to the wire.
Tunic, guys. Tunic is insane. Oh no.
Wow,
and what is he going to play?
Scary.
Red Evergreen. Oh no. This is it. This is it. Somebody play our boy off.
Follow up with a Winter's Wail. This is.
There's the Seeds trigger.
Oh man.
Second copy of Blizzard.
I don't know if he has a defense reaction. That's
no. That'll be it.
And that means
dude.
Picking up the win.
Dude.
Very
Dude, Tunic is so versatile in this matchup. It can trigger Crown. It can trigger legs. It's so good. It does everything. It's so good. Tunic is so good. Tunic is so good. Oh, it's so good. Like, look at the value, guys. Look at the value that Tunic just got in that game. That was insane. Let's take a second, catch up with chat. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. If you're here, if this is your first time, thanks for joining. Make sure you click the sub button and all that. We are going to be watching a Pro Tour content all weekend, courtesy of LSS. I couldn't be there this weekend where I wanted to be. It looks like they're going to take a break. It looks like they're going to take a break. I really wanted to be there this weekend. I reached out to LSS. They were awesome to let me do this. Oh, hold on. We got an interview. Hold on. Let's listen to the interview.
Start here at the Pro Tour with everybody's favorite wizard, Kano. How did this happen?
Are you sure that it's the favorite wizard? Iceland has been revealed.
It's my favorite wizard. So.
Fair enough. It's also mine now. Yeah, sure. But yeah, excellent.
Dude, Kano's my favorite wizard. It's fine.
Because, serendipity. Like a few years ago, met Brendan Patrick, stand-up guy, and we tested with him heaps. Yeah, everybody knows Brendan. And we landed on this deck, and it was pretty cool. And Hayden's also part of the team. He's playing the deck today as well. He chose to play it last night. Still doing better than Brendan, so give him what you want for that. But yeah, I'm just so stoked that we're all here playing in the Flesh and Blood. It's been such a long time since I've played an event.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, how far did you travel for this, and what was your preparation like?
Well, I traveled from New Zealand. My flight got cancelled, delayed, all the works. It was 47-hour commute. That was fun. But
it's as loud as it goes,
you go
Sonny.
For the grind just to get here, and yeah, stoked. Yeah.
What would it mean to you?
I think the masks are making it tough to hear.
With Kano?
Just the win in general would be amazing. I'm just stoked to be here. I'm going to keep using that word because we're stoking the flames. That's how we go. Kano
this
boys.
Man is 5-0 on Kano right now.
I can't fathom holding another trophy because my calling wins were, in the past before the modern era where people got serious. And I'm just so glad I can actually compete. It's really fun.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, you're competing pretty well. You're 5-0 here today, so hopefully a clean slate run through, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Back to you.
5-0 on freaking Kano, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's pop back over. Let's chat. Let me see the chat. Let's see how you guys are doing right now. What's up, everyone? Thanks for hanging out. Welcome, welcome. Is anyone in the chat right now actually going to the Pro Tour? Maybe they're not there today or something, but is anyone in the chat actually going to the Pro Tour? That would be crazy. We got about a minute 45 to kill, it looks like. You guys hanging out. Thanks for hanging out again. We're going to be doing this all weekend long. On other days, I think I have some plans to, maybe I'll open like a box of product in between games or something like that and hang out. Are you going to the Pro Tour? Are you going to Vegas? Where are you going? Shout out the homie, the big homie, hometown TCG, Dennis, was in the chat earlier. We were debating going to this, but I can't get away from work. My dog had ACL surgery. I got some family stuff going on. So I can't, I got to carry the dog up and down the stairs right now. My wife really can't. So, I couldn't go. But I can't believe LSS granted me the ability to do this. It was so cool of them to be like, yeah, go for sure. Go live, watch the content, hang out with people. Just a power pro move by them. It's awesome. So we got a couple people. Kenneth's going to Vegas. Dude, of course. Let's go. Do you know if James White is going to be on an interview for the stream? This stream? No, absolutely not. He's there. Like, I would not be like, hey, you're at the Pro Tour. Step away from the Pro Tour and talk to me virtually. Like, no, he's going to be enjoying the Pro Tour. He's going to be hanging out with everyone, probably signing like 1 trillion cards. If he's signing one, he's signing 1 million. I've seen pictures of Rudy there. Rudy's at the Pro Tour right now. We got about 25 seconds, it looks like, before coverage returns. So Rudy's at the Pro Tour. I think I'm going to go to Vegas. I wasn't going to go to Vegas. It was kind of short notice. I got a lot going on, a lot with work and everything. I think I might go to Vegas. I woke up this morning and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm not there. So I might go to Vegas. All right, where are we going? So Monday 420 might go to the Madrid calling. Dude, that would be sick. Philip wishes you were there. I get that. Mortimer says go to Vegas. I really want to go to Vegas. Guys, if I should go to Vegas, if Hometown TCG should go to Vegas, let me know in the chat. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to pop back over. They're doing some interviews. They're talking right now about the next match. I know a couple players at the Pro Tour right now. Unfortunately, one of our locals who loves Leviah, shout out John Smith, went and wasn't doing super hot. I think he was getting taken down a little bit. So he wanted to bring Leviah. He's got some tech. He's got some spice. He was practicing. We are going into round 6 right now. The Ascent guys are all still alive. From my understanding, from everything I've heard, everyone on Ascent is still alive in the Pro Tour for day 2. Some had a rough start. Critical got the chance to play Pheno Black right away. So both people on the channel. I got to tell you, they've both been on the channel, but I was rooting for Critical. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's on Ascent. Like, I'm rooting for Critical 100%. Sorry, Pheno, if you're watching. Shh, nobody tell him. No, he's a great guy. Great player, too, obviously. Let's check in with chat while they're still talking here. What are you guys up to? What's going on? I mean, it's like he's going to talk on the Pro Tour stream, maybe say a few words or something. I'm not sure if he's going to talk on stream content. I don't know about any of those plans. Tiago says, if you don't go to Vegas, I'll unsubscribe. Ouch. That sub better make me like, the couple $1,000 the Vegas trip is going to cost or whatever it's going to be. Man, that was harsh. So so it looks like they're setting up for round 6. It's Starvo versus Viserai. Setting up for round 6, Starvo versus Viserai. No gameplay yet. When it does happen, I, of course, will pop back over and watch gameplay. Oh, wait. Wait, we jumped in this game part of the way through. This game has just gotten started. The sub should go and make up for it. Any tech to help with Briar versus Chain? It's such a value matchup. You have to make them use their Husk inefficiently, and you got to rely on hit effects. Your snatches and stuff like that have to be well-timed, and if you can get out of Channel Mount Heroic efficiently, you have the ability to race. So your snatches are important. Your Channel Mount Heroic is obviously, that's just a crucial card. And if they're running Husk, you have to make them use it inefficiently. Dude, I know, right? We got some Viserai gameplay. Amplify the Arc Knight. Wow. Starvo just blocks so efficiently, guys. Let me turn up the volume on the content here again, where we were. Make sure you guys can hear what's going on. Guys, if you're here from any of the chats or anything like that, any of the content, thank you so much. Consider sharing with your friends because we're going to be doing this all weekend, courtesy of LSS. Big shout out to them for just, I reached out to them with just a hope and a prayer, and man, they answered. We're hoping to get some guests on. I am live. If you guys are patrons of Hometown TCG, I am live in the Hometown TCG Discord. You are welcome to jump in. I am streaming the game there. We can chat about the game. I probably won't have your camera up, but you are more than welcome to pop in. We can chat about the game. We can all hang out. Keep it clean. Keep it safe, obviously. But man, oh man. So this is a Winter's Whale. If this Viserai is aggro, and this Winter's Whale is coming through with no ice trigger, there's no chance this is getting blocked, right? Like, no chance. You just take 4. Like, oh, naked Winter's Whale. No chance I'm blocking that. This is aggro Viserai. This has got to be aggro Viserai.
Before it really got saucy.
No, you're exactly right.
Different story now.
Exactly right. But the thing is that Starvo's telling a different story as well. Starvo, of course, losing the rating.
Mortimer gives the advice, just draw your channel Mount Heroic regarding that Briar Chain matchup. Yes. Mordred Tide here.
Another Mordred Tide turn from John.
Oh, no. Ooh. Ew. Mordred Tide into just Shrill of Skull form. Like, ew. What? I dislike this so much. John, just so you know, we just started the stream a little while ago. We started late. I have to work during the week, but the weekend is when the big stream is going to happen. But I couldn't stay away. I had to get even some Friday content in here. I couldn't stop. So there's been some Kano games today. There's been Lexi. There's been Bolton, Chain. Who else am I missing? It's been crazy. There's obviously been Starvo, Prism. This is crazy. There was a Levia game. I keep forgetting about the Levia game. Sorry, Levia fan. Sorry, Mansant. I know you're not watching because you're there, but I'm still sorry. I hate this play. The Mordred Tide into the yellow Shrill of Skull form just feels like not great. Getting Pulse of Eisenloft, but the problem is Starvo can just go full Guardian. John, no problem. Thanks for hanging out. The Starvo can just go full Guardian here and just like efficiently block all game. It's so dumb. This deck blocks so efficiently. It's crazy. Drives me nuts how good it is at playing defense. John Wood of Hometown TCG Ascent used to be a content creator with me on this channel. Great friend of mine. Plays this deck so well. He plays Starvo so well. It's so frustrating to play against. You just like can't stop him. It's so crazy.
Vanilla 4 as it were, but it's still pushing damage. Now, you mentioned also the fact that, Viserai might not be a true aggro list. Is that mainly because, it's not a really...
What did we just pitch for?
It's a very mixed bag of different sources.
I'm so confused.
You look at something like Chain, it's just like clear. Damage output every turn, lots of attacks. Something like Viserai...
Swarming Gloomveil for 3, go again.
Sometimes it's just absolutely push that damage through. Other times it's do a little bit of setup.
3, go again. So what do we think? Amplify the Arknight or Rune Flash or something out of Arsenal? Rune Flash for out of Arsenal into Rosetta Thorn pushes some good damage here. If you're on the side of Viserai.
Value type plays, backed up, lead the charge, getting really wide.
I think that pushes some good value here.
When there's just less block on the part of Bravo, you don't have as many Autumn's Touch to throw in front of these small.
I mean, this Starvo player is just like, yep, I'm a Guardian. Block with my Crippling Crush.
It's like living on a prayer. It'll be good.
Oh, that was the lead the charge. Look at that. God, Runic Reclamation is so crazy. That card is so dumb. Look at how much pressure that just presented. Guys, that card is so crazy. Oh, imagine if we had that on the Mordred Tide turn. Aggro Viserai, dude, getting there so far. But this is the problem. This is my thought on the problem of any aggro strategy against Starvo. It's like as soon as you fall off that front foot, you just get Starvoed, and then you can't catch up. It's almost impossible. Now, you definitely can with the Awakening Band down, the loss of a couple 3 blocks, but it's so risky. If you fall off and you can never gain that tempo back, you are in trouble.
Still do, honestly. But if you're not, that Rosetta Thorn is going to represent consistent damage.
Definitely blocking most of the Arcane here. First Tunic trigger and Break Ground blocking the 2. So wait, are we did he just block that out? Did he just block that out? Guys, I think he just blocked that out. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Guys, Guardian is good. Guardian is good. It's crazy. Oh, that just hurt my heart. Oh. Blind Tome of the Arcanite. I respect it. Dude, you gotta shoot. You gotta shoot your shot. I respect it. Oh, no.
Starting up these turns, and Viserai is definitely a hero where
oh, no.
manufacture your damage, and it's gonna come in
playing defense reactions in this list, it's this feels like an extremely mid-range list here. Okay. All right, guys. I've got word. Oh, no. What is going on?
Runeblood Incantation and Unmovable. So a little bit of a defensive slant. John playing at least 1 D-React, being able to account for those big Bravo turns. And we mentioned, didn't think there
what
was
is this?
Something like
what is that card?
it's a little different, right?
Oh my gosh. Drawn to the Dark Dimension.
And that fits more in line with what
It's
John is trying to do.
coming in for 1.
It's about just rune checks
Draw a card.
over and over, taxing your resources, making you answer with a suite of damage.
All right, so here is a Dawn to the Dark Dimension. It's a low to the ground attack, 1, which, you know, you're like, all right, I'm not really too worried about that. Again, slow drip, slow burn.
The commentators go, it's a low to the ground attack. That's a really nice way of saying it's super weak, guys.
No real go again or anything of that, but again, just refilling the hand continuously.
I don't know if I like D-Reacts in a deck running Tome of the Arknight and stuff like that. It seems like you're really trying to high roll. You're trying to match high roll with high roll, but this man, John Ho, is 4-0, and I'm criticizing his deck. That's clearly not I'm clearly wrong. I'm 100%. I'm 100% wrong. Like, this guy, John Ho, 100% knows what he is doing far more than I do.
Is Isaac on kind of like a control fatigue sort of strategy here?
I don't think it's pure fatigue. I just think he's
all right, so Icy Encounter off the Art of War. This is that Starvo build. I think we're going to see Eye of Ophidia and Art of War in this deck.
And that's really where Bravo's
yeah, dude, he's not. He is just not, like, he's not, like, taking any reason to keep hold of this. This is crazy. All right. So blocking for 3 there. Here comes the Rosetta Thorn with the Rune Chance. Art of War defensively is kind of cool. Yeah. Isaac has just committed to just this fatigue defensive plan. That's crazy. But Rosetta Thorn, I mean, it's been chipping away here and there. And remember, without the shield, we do lose a little bit of value as far as card cycling, right? Bringing cards back around in the deck, we lose a little bit of that ability when we're running the Bastion, the Stalagmite.
You know what? If you can pay for it with your Tunic and keep going with it that way, that's not a bad plan. As we see that Art of War can be played as a
gosh, the defensive Art of War, buffing those attacks. Did he defensive Art of War draw into enough element with that and the Crown of Siege trigger to now turn around and Starvo? That would be crazy. Oh no. Oh no. Don't do it. No Starvo. Don't do it. Oh, he's only got 2 in hand. Oh, he could still do 2 in hand. He could exactly have Pulse, but then he can't attack anything. All right, here comes the Winter's Bite pitch for the Winter's Whale. Dude, this is crazy. This is wild. All right, so he takes the Frostbite. He will create a Rune Chant at the start of this turn that turns on things like Swarming Gloomveil. Okay. He kept this hand. He's got a Frostbite. Tunic goes to 2. Makes the Rune Chant. I feel like you can't keep this game this close. You can't keep this close. Malvern Skies amplify the Arc Knight. Big old amplify the Arc Knight. 6-1, right? 6-1 with go again. Hit, make 3 Rune Chants. I believe that's a Mordred Tide or a Malvern Skies red. So that's hit, make 3 Rune Chants. So it's really representing 9 damage, 10 damage with the existing Rune Chant coming in, 11 with the one generated in the back end. When you start doing Viscerai math, it gets crazy. But it is, different than blocking just straight up face 11.
And I worry about what happens if Isaac starts popping off. He starts finding
so we've dug, we've got Crown. Crown has been activated. Arsenal is gone. It looks like a lot of elemental cards in the Starvo player's hand.
As things go on, it's just more and more likely that Isaac finds fuses, and that's where Starvo
Rune Chant looks like it gets eaten by Crown.
When you've really seen not a whole lot of
I don't know.
You want to sort of think that maybe you're in a better spot than you actually are. You're not that far off from each other in life totals. But
okay. Floating pitch 8 Rune Chant. Crown trigger 8 the other attack or the other damage from Amplify the Arc Knight. And now just Rosetta for 2/2 and 1. 1 being eaten by that blue. Those blue 2 blocks, man, so efficient in this matchup. It's just nuts.
And John is going to have to pay the toll at some point. So as it stands right now,
This doesn't. I don't know, man. I'm not loving this.
And you know what? Like
Viscerai's going through a lot of their deck, going through a lot of their gas. We've used 2 Mordred Tides already. Starvo's still at 28. I don't love this. It makes me nervous. It makes me nervous that Starvo is just going to pop off. There it is. This would be the first Evergreen, but without a hit effect, I can't imagine we see a block unless the hand. If the hand that John Ho is looking at just can do nothing, then we see a block, because we're under the impression, right, that Starvo wants to keep that last card for his arsenal, right? He does not want to throw Winter's Wail with that last card. So if we can make use of every card in our hand, and this is just naked damage, we have a couple options. Oh, Swarming Gloomveil, what? Gosh, these guys must be playing on a different level than me. I'm thinking you keep Swarming Gloomveil in hand because you're generating a Rune Chant no matter what at the start of turn, but I don't know what he has in hand, right?
Down a little bit, and it's safe to go ahead and push that Winter's Wail. Also, you have to account for a Frostbite with a smaller hand size. That's more troubling. We're coming up on the.
I think you're arsenaling this card if you're Starvo.
There's a lot of factors that Isaac's going to have to weigh here.
I think you're arsenaling this card. I think there was an argument to keep Swarming Gloomveil there. And then if the opponent says, okay, they're keeping, I'm going to try to push maximum damage, and you truly can't make great use of it, you can then turn Swarming and Skullcap into a block or something like that if they do decide to empty their arsenal and throw Winter's Wail. So you can have the same turn you're looking at having right now, and they have no arsenal target. So I think, again, backseat gaming, I don't want to spend all weekend doing that because these guys are playing at a different level. They're at the Pro Tour, guys. These guys are literally the best of the best with Flesh and Blood. That's what I'm seeing. Let's see what he does with that play and where Swarming could have fit in and where it wouldn't have fit in. That's what's interesting to me. Following up here, okay. Yeah, so Shrill of Skull form, he's just doing naked Shrill of Skull form. Is that a Shrill of Skull form red? Yeah, so that's for 7 and 1 Arcane. I don't know, man. I kind of like the notion of, because you create the Rune Chant, so Swarming has go again right away, right?
Matthew Dilks, incredible card game player, also fiercely committed to Viscerai for the entire Pro Quest.
So if you keep Swarming here, you can go Swarming into this exact same play. And I'm confused at what the other card in hand might be, because we didn't make a move with it. We held that card. So I'm really confused, but again, these guys are just fantastic players. They're far and beyond me. Look in the background over here, ladies and gentlemen. What do I see? What could this be? Chat. Chat, what is this? Chat, what is this? Is that the homie Easton? Why is that not the stream game? Let's go! LSS! Come on! Give us the Ascent game, LSS. What are we doing? Let's go.
Okay on resources. Still have grass ready to go.
How did I not notice that till just now?
Life totals are even now, so it's not supercharged at this moment.
Oh, why am I not wearing my jersey?
And like we said, both of these decks really sort of floating to the middle. They're just trading blows back and forth. Neither is
Revel in Arsenal. Okay.
Defensive or offensive role. They're both content to just throw barbs at each other.
Sorry, guys. I was distracted by this incredible jersey in the background there. Right there. Just this amazing jersey of this awesome team. Revel is so... These Shrills are doing work. These Shrills, in combination with Runeblood Incantation, are doing work. Holy smokes. What a card. What a card. That card is sick.
It's a 2-card block, frankly, if it makes you that uncomfortable.
Yeah, Shrill, another tremendous ad from Everfest. I mean,
like, that card is doing work right now.
Again, looking past Starvo, which obviously has completely reshaped the meta, but every deck has picked up so much from Everfest. It changed the way all
Starvo activation coming down. What's the attack?
All right,
if it's this red break ground.
Isaac Krut's going to be able to put some real damage going.
Okay, so now you have to know, with 2 cards sitting back, red break ground, but with 2 cards sitting back, there will be an Arsenal target and a Winter's Whale swing. So you have to, if you're not blocking here, like if you're committed to the no block, you have to account for the Frostbite token. Okay. There's the unmovable coming out of Arsenal. We see that first defense reaction dropping through, and we thought those might clog up the deck, but it could prove to be like perfect card at the right time. And he full blocks the Winter's Whale too. Looks like we're playing like back foot, front foot. We're playing that true, almost mid-rangey Viscerai, right? Back foot, front foot, back foot, front foot, and using Revels to get over the top. But you know what's weird? I don't think I've seen a Sonata. I don't think I've seen a single Sonata. So this deck could be without.
Isaac the option to go ahead and activate that Crown of Siege should he want to. And this is a vulnerable position to be in as the Viscerai player, because now you're letting Isaac...
All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
...to shape hand should he want to, and just kind of search...
All right, drawing up. Let's see. So Starvo didn't dig. Okay, so we're just flash Evergreen. Again, this is one of those turns where if you have it, if you're on Viscerai here and you just have it, you've just got gas, sooner or later you have to turn on the Jets, right? I don't think you can play the back and forth game, because sooner or later, if you get too low, Starvo can just windmill slam end this thing.
Which will then follow up with another attack, and I'm guessing that Isaac's got another blue in there that he could toss.
Kenneth, he's blocking the Shrills out, sure, but they're presenting a lot of pressure. They're getting a lot of cards out of the hand and out of the deck for a 1-card trait. It's a really cool card. Like, it is presenting some long-term value in the game.
Pitch into another 7. Make it real difficult where
oh, look, there it is. This is that moment. John is like, you know what?
I think it's, again, game plan here for Isaac is just ride the momentum.
Yeah, and it looks like...
Oh, wait, they lowered the wrong life total, though, guys. John took 8 there, not Isaac.
I think it's John at 11,
yeah.
Isaac at 19. So this hammer even more...
Oh, my gosh. Is he going to 7? I think he's going to 7 and playing with the Frostbite. Oh, no, it wasn't. No Frosty Winter's Whale. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. This turn has to be huge. If you're going to go to 7, there's the 3rd Mordred Tide. Good start. Become the Arc Knight. Ditching the other, become the Arc Knight.
You found the right juncture and the right scenario if you're John Ho. It's like
okay.
No on hit from the Evergreen, no problem, and that was basically a warm hammer, so there's no penalty from a Frostbite.
Ditching the other, become the Arc Knight, getting an attack. What are we getting here?
In my hand, we've got to go forth, and that's exactly what's happening here. As
what are we getting?
Mordred Tide means is basically saying that every time you create a rune chant, you create one more than the number.
What are we getting here? This could be insane.
Game text will say every time.
I think my dog is having a doggy dream.
A Runeblade card that you play will create one. So you're creating 2 off the top of everything. This could be one of those.
What is it?
Cards that potentially could.
What are we getting?
Significant damage.
Oh, we're getting swarming. Okay.
you know,
Okay, getting swarming.
If you're Isaac, you're on 19.
Wait, are we calling a judge?
You know, that
or just stretching?
That big kill shot, this could get ugly. This could be a situation where Isaac just takes it right back. John.
So it looks like he's getting swarming, and I don't know. It looks like there might be a judge call. Oh no, no judge call. Getting swarming.
A swarming gloom veil with this become the Arc Knight. Appears there's a bit of a judge question here, which we will get sorted out.
It's all good. I mean, you want to make sure both players want to be absolutely positively certain that they are aware of all.
The discard piles are hurting your soul. It'll be okay.
You know, Isaac Crute at 4-1. John Ho at
It'll be okay. I believe in you. You can get through it. Okay, so we get swarming here. Swarming with Mordred is really good. And someone mentioned that, remember, the life totals are swapped. Starvo is at 19, while Viscerai is at 7. But, oh, if there's that Revel that we were talking about, no Tunic counter, unfortunately.
You know, if you're Isaac Crute, what are you thinking? You see a
no Tunic counter available.
Flare that's fired off into the air, the first warning sign.
Oh.
A lot of damage. And then next thing is Mordred.
Oh, is he saying he didn't make...
I love all conversations.
Okay, so it looks like before Become the Arc Knight was resolved, Viscerai trigger is a play trigger, and it's looking like John Ho didn't resolve the play trigger, and they're wondering how that plays out.
Especially when you go see the card that's gotten.
So he's going to generate no rune chance off.
Make that much of a difference. I mean, sure.
No.
Nice on hits. It's very efficient. Like attack.
No.
Making a couple rune chance behind it. All
No.
It's good. It's nice. It's a card.
We left 2 damage on the table. Oh.
A one-turn kill.
Oh no. Leaving 2 damage on the table there. If Revel is the card in Arsenal, leaving 2 damage on the table there is huge. That's huge.
I think Isaac, if you have the means to fire back, you can soak some or all of this. It's just about what you want to do on your next turn.
And in terms of the amount
guys,
you know, you're getting 2.
That sucks. That sucks so hard. Come on. All right, Shock Striker pitch. It looks like we're definitely activating Crown. Remember those? It's without boots and shield. Crown activations are actually less valuable. You don't have as much to do with that floating pitch.
The opportunity for the rune chant trigger to be set up, and of course, this being played at a professional rules level, that would explain why I don't.
This is crazy. Well, his play got nerfed by 2 damage here for sure. 2 arcane.
There should be 4. Yeah, there should be 2 having been made from Become the Arc Knight, and they should be getting triggered right now.
And then if this becomes a must block, then because if you believe in Revel, then it becomes 5-6 free damage that is completely unblockable. Oh, that's crazy. That's so crazy. That feels so. I feel so bad. Nobody paid the judge. Come on, Philip. Nobody paid the judge. That was a good call. They missed the trigger. We've all been there. I didn't write my name on a deck list in a stream game and had an IP4, which was horrible. All right, time to find out. We don't. All right, we're not showing Revel. Not showing Revel. That means the last Mordred Tide was used not in conjunction with a Revel. That could be huge.
Oh, absolutely.
This weapon is absurd.
Yeah, if the swarming hit. Yes, if the swarming hit. Yes. Oh, I want them to switch the life totals, though. It's annoying me. Switch the life totals, please, Channel Fireball.
Those 2 are certainly competing against each other, but
CFB, please, switch the life totals.
Again, this is no shade being thrown towards John. The pressure you're under playing the first ever.
The event is set up to play Starvo and Living Legend. I don't know about all that, but Starvo is a very good deck. Starvo is a very, very good deck.
So if there's 2 damage that was left on the table, let's see if that comes out to haunt John.
You gotta hate this if you're John Ho. You're like, I already just dealt with a Spinal Crush, and here comes another one.
So even when Starvo is just normal, he gets to play awesome Guardian cards. Like
critical.
Don't forget those life totals are reversed. Like that's lethal.
No, that is definitely lethal, and you know.
So there's a Dread Triptych block.
But blocking here.
Oh, Viserai only keeping 2 cards.
Full value off the skull cap and the.
Viserai only keeping 2 cards. No.
The go again effect, and even with 2 cards in hand here for John, you can get 2 actions out of this.
Sure.
It's completely possible.
Yeah, and I think that's
Tunic goes to 3.
Right now. There needs to be some
Okay,
pressure.
so Rattlebones.
Rattlebones pitching Dread Tripdark. That's gonna let John go ahead and take a look at the graveyard, figure out what he wants
Yep.
to bring back.
Get Swarming, throw Rosetta.
Swarming Gloomveil here. So little rune chant production being done.
All right, so again.
Rattlebones, get Swarming, throw Rosetta off. Oh no, there's 1 float, so don't use Tunic. The thing is, there is Revel.
Imagine that, like just what you're able to do and what you're able to push.
Okay, Starvo using Tunic to dig with Crown here. Turning that Arsenal card into a 5-card freaking hand. No way. This does not look good. Oh no. Oh no. This feels bad. So if they don't block this, or because Revel will represent what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can't. Starvo can't no block here. Starvo cannot no block here. If well, if we don't, if it's not Revel in Arsenal or we don't play it, Starvo can no block here. The break ground pitch will probably take 1. And did we keep 4? Did Isaac keep 4?
The perfect hand here. Is he even considering blocking any of this?
I feel like Isaac kept 4, right? Because blocked, or we used 1 to prevent Arcane. We turned the Tunic counter. Yep, here it comes. Oh no. Oh, we know what it is too. Oh, it's Oaken-Old. No, it's Oaken-Old. No. Oh, it's Oaken-Old. Starvo, no. Why did it have to be Oaken-Old?
There is a skull cap. There is grass with no counters on it. There's still the Tunic. But are there enough blocks combined with all of that to stay alive? It's certainly taking the
unless that Arsenal card is that unmovable.
Don't forget, John Ho is at 5.
If that Arsenal card is that unmovable.
So you are going to have to either
Past a reaction. It is the unmovable. Let's go.
That's a good way to deal with it.
That is a massive way to deal with it. Again, it's not about crush effects in this case. It's any on hit would have been absolutely.
Let's go. Let's go.
For John Ho, but he stuffs this Oaken-Old. But it's
here comes the hammer.
And when you're at 5 health,
one of those other cards in hand is unmovable again. It's unmovable again. Block with the other card. Take the Frostbite. Block with the other card. Take the Frostbite. Arsenal the unmovable. Yes. Block. Take 2. Go to 3. Arsenal the unmovable. Pass. Let's go. Third copy of unmovable. We saw one earlier. We saw one just now. Third copy of unmovable is in the arsenal right now.
It's got a lot of weird cards.
Right now.
And those cards combine in such a way where the best thing
right now, let's go.
Something like, you know, a dominated blue breakground. Well, you can deal with that.
Oh no. Oh no, Starvo just says, "Yeah, no, that's good." Yeah, no, this is good.
Here we go, another Starvo activation, this time off 2 cards. This is going to ask a lot of John here.
Keep in mind, this is a pulse that can go ahead and recycle that Oaken-Old.
Absolutely.
So this could be a very, very massive turn.
Card in Arsenal, so you can do that.
Oh no, and we're fusing with the pulse. Oh, this feels so over.
I mean, we know.
No.
Is pocketing an unmovable. That could be a massive, massive.
No, Oaken-Old.
Right now, I think that's why he's picked up the graveyard. He wants to see how many D-reacts have been used.
Yeah, because this could be a situation where, I mean, Isaac Crew can go ahead and perhaps push through with 2 attacks in this case, or he could possibly just say, all right, if I just make this incredible
what's it going to be?
Fire hand, load up the next turn, and just come at you once again, that could be game as well. So Isaac here,
just going to fire the Crippling Crush.
Let's do it. Why not? That's ugly as it is, man. Like, you're at 3 health for John Ho.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Now it's Crippling Crush. Jim Williams, your comments make no sense any day. Nah, I'm just kidding. You roasted me at locals on Tuesday, so I got to roast you back. Oh, no. Kenneth, Guardian does take skill. Like, that's just not true. Like, we've all played against good Starvo players and bad Starvo players, and there's a huge difference, right? Like, it does take skill.
That might be good enough here to at least keep you to one more turn. So there it is. He's cheating it out there. He's saying, hey, surprise, Merry Christmas.
Oh, he said 2. I thought he threw a middle finger on stream right there. That's what I think about your crippling crush. Okay, so he doesn't play the pulse. He goes for the Hail Mary play with the crippling crush. That's interesting. Timothy Lucas, I play at Nerd Rage and MinMax as my local stores, and then I get up to Gift of Games in Grays Lake every once in a while. That I really like all those stores. One of them sponsors this channel. Oh no. Okay.
Makes sense. Like, there wasn't going to be a ton of output from John there, but you kind of wanted like some damage to be threatened.
This is not good. No. Oh, we didn't Starvo dig either. We're just gonna show it. Oh no. Oh, Crater Fist activation. A Crater Fist activation on stream. Spinal Crush for a trillion. Spinal Crush for a freaking trillion. Crater Fist activation on stream at the Pro Tour into Spinal Crush for a metric trillion. No way. No way. That is insane. Yeah, you got to block with equipment here and try to throw something back, right? That Arsenal card.
I think John's also going to do something on his next turn, and that's critical. There needs to be some damage pushed Isaac's way. You can't just sit back and let Isaac sculpt these perfect hands over.
Okay, so
one will break through your defenses.
No, because he used Tunic counter. He won't have Tunic counter. So I was going to say, become the Arc Knight from the Arsenal, discarding like a Mordred Tide, getting a Swarming Gloom Veil into Rosetta is pretty decent there. That would be crazy. I never thought I'd see a Crater Fist activation on stream either. I feel like the Starvo player is kind of rushing this because of the threat that something like Revel can push out. I think there's definitely some push to get this over with.
Can we give a little bit of love here to John Ho? John Ho faced down a dominated crippling crush at 13, survived it. An 11-point attack of a spinal crush, survived it. Like, just holding on for dear life.
Apparently an Alpha Investments video just dropped. I just got a notification for it, guys. Who saw that coming? Full block. Look at this. These Starvo attacks are just like bouncing off this Rune Blade. Okay. He's...
What John Ho here is hoping for is that Isaac pulls 2 flashes and 2 blinks in his hand, and there's all he has to...
Break ground for 6. Break ground for 6. This is a blink play, 100%, right? 100% a blink play. I don't think the Starvo list is running any pummels or anything crazy like that. And I don't think you can play around it. If you're John Ho, I don't think you can play around the pummel. Guys, it's driving me crazy. I want to know how Easton's doing. I want to know how Easton's doing on that table in the back of the stream. Right there. I can't believe I'm not watching that match. There's a hometown TCG Ascent match, and I'm not watching it. I'm going crazy.
Is there a blink? Is there some other way to extend this turn? That's what I'm fearing if I'm John.
Well, you pitch a flash. The flash could have given this go again. So
checking the camera, it says it's warm. We have a backup cam. We'll switch to the low-res cam if you lose me. If the camera goes out, we'll switch to the low-res cam. It's fine. It's fine. The stream can be stopped for nothing.
Scary attack. So it's going to be blocking 6 with equipment, and there's the blink, and the blink's going to come through.
Oh no. Pulse of Voldhaven for Winter's Wail for 8.
It's going to get the full hand.
Witch's Wail for 8? Oh, it's not enough. It's 3, 5, 7. 7 block. Oh. No. No. Okay, let's go to Easton's game. Come on. Let's go to hometown TCG Ascent. Come on, Flake, say it. And now we're going to toss it over to hometown TCG Ascent. Say it. Say it, Flake. Say it. Say it.
No, you're exactly right. But I will say, John,
what a game. What a freaking game, guys. That was wild. What a wild finish. The blink play. The blink play combined with the Pulse of Volthaven to close it out. I don't know if I would have had the cojones, the K-Jones to pull it off. I might have just held that back. I don't know if I could have done it. No! Go to the other game! Please! Guys, send them your energy. I'm mentally communicating with Flake.
There's no freebies here at the Pro Tour. I'm not sure if we have another game lined up for round 6. So I think we're wrapped up for round 6, Brian.
No!
Absolutely A+ so far.
Absolutely, round 7. I'm sure going to bring the heat just the same as we play these extremely high stakes matches.
Man,
gonna wrap it up for me for the day. But I'm gonna come back and see you tomorrow. Flake's gonna come back and see you tomorrow, and then we're gonna come back the next day. I might just do this forever. You want to just stay here?
I mean, yeah, I
don't really have anything else going on.
I don't
sit here forever.
sleep. I don't eat.
Yeah.
This is my life, baby.
All right.
So yeah.
Flesh.
I hear that.
Flake and I are here forever, casting Flesh and Blood. I almost called you Flesh. That would be a weird new name.
That is a weird name. Absolutely.
I suggest you don't pick that one up.
No, please don't.
I'm gonna ask you to stick with Flake, but all of us will be back in just a little bit with action here from round 7. Do not go anywhere.
No. Guys, no. They didn't do it. They didn't toss to the other game. I desperately... All right, so I'm chatting in the Discord. They say we missed Easton on camera, and I'm saying we saw him. We saw him in the background. He wasn't on the main game. Yeah, we were trying to watch Easton on camera. All right, guys. Let's take a short break. We've got 3 minutes. I'm going to use the restroom. All of you guys, if you've got to use the restroom, you've got to get anything done, do it now between matches before things start kicking off again. Again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me, having a good time. I'm going to set up to do just a quick bathroom break between matches. Boop. And we will see you guys right back. I will be right back.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pro Tour. I'm Tanner Grace, and that is DM Armada. And Armada, it's been a while since you and I have been into the booth together.
I know, it's been wonderful. It's wonderful to be back.
I thought you were saying it's been wonderful that we haven't been in the booth together for a while.
I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm starting to like say things I don't mean. No, come back. Come back. No, be my friend.
I was saying you're gonna need a friend for this round because it's definitely gonna be one that you're really gonna enjoy. We're gonna have the Down to the Future match in just a minute or two. I'm gonna let that sit though. They're gonna like this one. We've had quite the day here. Some hero representation that wasn't really. Maybe we shouldn't be surprised, but I'm surprised at how many of this hero that we've seen, and that's, we've seen Kano a lot, and I think that's like the big one, that's the big winner from this weekend.
Yeah, I would agree. I think the fact that Kano is, so I expected maybe like 2 or 3 Kanos.
Total.
I think, total. I think Kano honestly is fantastic. Well, one, because I love the hero, I love the class. Wizard I think is super underrated. But I think it's fantastic into a specific meta where people aren't expecting it. And this, I think, is that meta, where the talk has always been Starvo, Chain, or in my opinion, I expected it to be Chain Starvo going into this. And then the ancillary heroes after that. So Chain, Starvo, maybe Prism, maybe somehow Viserai sneaks back in, which we could see. Obviously, looking at the breakdowns, it's not the case. I expected a good number of Lexis, which we have seen. Briar showed up pretty decently, but
let's go.
I don't think anybody really expected Kano to do as well as Kano players have done.
So I can talk from the perspective of the players that I'm like closest with, right?
Guys,
when they were doing testing, it was mostly Starvo and
Thanks for hanging out.
Their 2 favorite decks, the decks they have a lot of experience with.
Beautiful wifey's on her way home. Dog is in here sleeping. Right? We got
and
round
there was a
7.
I
can't believe they didn't play Easton's game.
Talking about this as well. They thought Chain was just
I cannot believe they didn't play Easton's game.
Right. I saw some big names even say like that is the deck to play for the Pro Tour.
I am the saddest of sad
people. You're seeing that in the representation this weekend. Now, when we heard that and we started realizing Chain was very good, there was a deck in testing that we just kept beating up Chain with, and that was Kano. And we had to have when I say we, I wasn't really, the one piloting a lot. I was more watching and trying to learn. And we had to have a specific person play Kano because we didn't really trust ourselves, and they were showing us the ropes because, as you've seen, Kano is very complicated.
Very complex, yes.
And
so as we get into this, we got these guys here checking out. I want to check in with you guys in chat. How's everyone enjoying their Friday? What are we thinking of the content so far? We have seen Levia, Lexi, Kano, Chain, Bolton, Starvo, Prism. We've seen so many heroes like on stream today. It's been insane. Let me know what you guys think of the gameplay so far. Is anyone in chat actually at the Pro Tour, maybe, or on their way there, planning to go for the calling? And like, yes, Jacob, we saw Dash as well. That is true. Dude, we've seen so many heroes. This has been so nuts. I can't believe this. And I can't wait to come back tomorrow for day 2. Like, this is when it's going to be. We weren't even going to go today. We were just going to wait for tomorrow, and we were going to go day 2. But we have another match coming up for us, and it is spicy. We've got Kano and Bravo star of the show.
How do you feel about this matchup?
Guys, this is going to be crazy. Do you think this Starvo brought more than one Arcane Barrier? Do you think one Arcane Barrier is pretty standard?
Back and forth. I don't like the term race for this as much.
All right, so we got Kano life total on top, Starvo on bottom.
That's exactly what we see here.
Oh no!
No Arcane Barrier on the board.
No Arcane Barrier, 0 Arcane Barrier. Guys, this is a freaking race to the finish line. Are you kidding me?
Through Crown of Seeds, and you have to have an arsenal for that. So in other words, this is
0 Arcane Barrier Starvo
here.
If
the Starvo player has
0 Arcane Barrier Starvo here.
Back and forth matchup. But right now, literally,
we do have a local who's notorious for playing 5 Arcane Barrier in everything. Especially when I play Kano against him. He just likes to make me suffer, and I respect it. It's a good move by him. And I do suffer. Full disclosure, I suffer, and it sucks. All right, so this is round 7. Oh, when they publish this to YouTube, I want Easton's game to be on there. How did he do? I want to know.
Where like the main character is
Easton won. He's 6-0. Let's go.
Friendship. They summon the will to live within, and they just do that like half smile. The camera's facing down.
All right, all right. So we got Crippling Crush right away.
They go just like destroy everyone. That's Kano when no Arcane Barriers on the table. They just like power.
Crippling Crush right away.
They just go for it. Yeah, it's Kamehameha is what it is.
Okay, that one I get. I actually
There
know
you go,
that's
there you
where
go,
they go
okay.
Super Saiyan,
There
right?
you go.
Dude, that damage just coming through.
Okay.
Kano saying, you know what? I have to trade some life for some life here.
I'm old. I'm very aware.
You should know this then. You should come
Throws
on,
what,
like,
5?
Old school Dragon Ball, man. That's
Throws
exactly what I
5,
like.
blocks
All right, back
6,
to
takes
Flushing Blood.
5?
We're gonna have
Or throws
a giant
4?
Crippling Crush is going to start the game off here for our Starvo
Discard
players.
on
It looks
Crippling
like
Crush
a
not
lot
mattering
of damage
here.
out there. It looks like a lot more damage if you're not used to a Kano matchup. They do start at 30, so 5 is going to go ahead and leak through.
Now, can you imagine if Kano started at 40?
I'm finding out for you, Jim Williams. I'm asking in the chat.
This would be all Kano mirror matches. And I
Right.
just want to say this. If you want
All
a
right.
head scratcher, play a
Kano with the
mirror
early
match.
Eye of
That's a
Ophidia
head
pitch.
scratcher right there. So he's going to pitch the
Triggering
Eye of
opt.
Ophidia to use Kano's ability. He's going to start by resolving Eye of Ophidia's effect, so opting 2, which means that when he Kanos off the top, he's actually going to know what he's accessing.
Now, this means this pitch has to be for Kano. Otherwise, when you pitch, you have to declare what you're
You
playing.
can also just choose the bottom. He's going to grab the Tome of Fiendal, and because it's a non-attack, Kano
All right, so
stays
Tome.
at instant speed, not using an action point. And oh, by the way,
Oh,
cards
Lesson
that
in
he
Lava
draws,
here. Lesson in Lava is huge with no arcane barrier.
draws you 2
Lesson in Lava and Tome of Fiendal revealed,
hits,
both
go and fetch
costing
any
1.
card in the deck.
Both
In other words,
costing 1 here.
He can throw the Lesson in
Both
Lava,
costing 1.
always
The problem
gonna
is
hit
there no more blues in hand?
He can put whatever he wants on top of the deck.
Energy
He can
Potion
draw
pitch,
it
2
as a
float.
card.
Tome of Fiendal, get
Instead,
full
he can
information
start by
first.
drawing 2 cards.
Oh my
Which is
gosh,
totally
guys,
fine
this
as
is
well.
huge. I love this.
Set the top of
This
the
turn
deck,
is
draw
insane
two
already.
blues here. Set the top, play Lesson, after playing Lesson and hitting, and then get what
Hopefully we drew into
I
some
think we're
blues.
gonna
If we drew into no blues here, that's a
If I
real
play
killer.
lethal this turn-
There has to be blues here.
this is- you can do weird, crazy, impossible things with Kano.
'Cause-
Now,
Oh, no.
it would be a lot harder because
What are we
this is your
doing?
turn, but if you're looking for a lethal here,
I thought we were setting up to pitch the whole hand with 2 floating.
Very dirty, scary things that you can do with
No
Wildfire.
no Crucible
Really,
trigger here.
like, got some crazy
No
stuff
Crucible
like that,
trigger, 1 floating.
but, yeah.
It does look like he's going to Lesson in Lava just for 3 here, I believe.
Yeah, there's no need to Crucible this. Normally you have to Crucible Lesson in Lava because your opponent plays AB3, which is Arcane Barrier, so they'd be able to stop 3 Arcane damage. But when your opponent
All right.
doesn't play any AB at
So
all,
Lesson in
they
Lava coming through. What are we getting?
didn't Arsenal a card,
Blazing Aether. Okay.
so just fire away, and he goes and gets a Blazing
Yeah,
Aether
wow,
on
just
top.
straight up Blazing Aether. Look at the Starvo player.
Top.
And I'm
Guys,
curious,
look at the
he's
Starvo player.
sitting
Hand on the
here,
table.
he's just
None of this
waiting for
matters.
the sort of
Just
meter
sitting there
to
going,
do with, like,
none of this
3
makes a
minutes.
difference.
Suspicious.
He goes, I can't stop it, so you go ahead and play. Then I'll take my turn and play. Then you go ahead and take your turn and play.
And then continue to play stuff from hand.
We haven't used our action point
I
yet.
don't actually think he's used his action point either, which is the crazy thing.
Yep, that's what they're saying.
Here comes the Crucible. He's floating 1.
Comes the
We'll
Crucible
drop
pitch.
Crucible into whatever from hand. Oh my god.
Aether Spindle
Got
for
the Aether
5.
Spindle. So he Crucible Aether Spindles. If he hasn't opted
So that's
enough
8 total.
on turn 2 of the game, it's gonna hit.
Opting
He's gonna
4.
want 5
You're looking
cards.
for, or opting
He's
5,
gonna
you're
step
looking
in
for
however he
blues
wants,
here, I'm
and
pretty
he
sure.
can
Like,
deal
you're looking for
5
blues
cards.
and then
He'll
that
have a
5th
base
card to be your Kano target.
with the Blazing Aether.
And he just keeps them all on top. Orders them all 5. You know what? This is great. All 5. Let's go. All right, so he'll know what the top card of the deck is after drawing up.
The Kano
And
player
Blazing
has a
Aether coming through for 8.
turn 2.
Guys, this is huge.
And Kano starts at a 10.
Blazing Aether for 8.
And
Look,
Kano
Starvo
uses
finally picks up his hand.
5 ahead.
Stuart finally picks up his hand. He's like, I have no arcane barrier.
With Starvo now, I'm trying to wonder. Is
Bye-bye face cam? Yeah, it looks like it went dead.
match, or is it- I don't wanna
That's
say
all right. It
cold
was
blood,
bound to
but
happen. It
it's
shut
really
off.
bad with having no
But
arcane.
we have a backup
Well,
camera.
Drew and played a Crippling Crush. Something like this.
We've got a backup camera, ladies and gentlemen, because we were ready just in case.
Together, like, and I don't know if he teched this into his deck, but you can see he does have time skippers. So if he can string together smaller attacks that either have
It's not as nice quality, but you know what?
skippers and pushes like Zealous Belting.
But you know what?
Plus something else. Then
It's
he
a
could,
camera.
Put together a lot of damage on one turn, but if you can't play around arcane damage, and you're looking at one of the best wizard players in the game, your chances are
Look at
slim,
that.
and especially when off the top of the deck, just for a casual Kano.
We recover.
Reveal and banish a Tome of Aetherwind.
We recover right away. We cannot be stopped. We can only be contained. This stream can only be contained. We recover immediately. Let's go.
Buff by 1. this is a card that gives you 2 modes. You can either buff arcane damage on the next card you play or draw a card. Almost always it ends up being draw 2.
Dude, Tome off the top. Tome off the top is so good.
But on weird
all right.
cases,
16 to 20. Kano feeling in kill range here. Like, just 100% feeling in kill range right now. With no arcane barrier, 20 damage, completely feasible. Want to chip some damage, want to get a high-value arsenal target. And then, what? Starbro can block 1.
But you do have to respect the old Starvo activation, especially if they can land some, like...
The Reverberate, dude. Reverberate with no arcane barrier is such a good play. Reverberate for 4. It's going to hit for 3. This is such a huge play. He can banish something else and play it as an instant and still have an arsenal target here. Is it? It's second Tome. It's second Tome. No way. Look at all the cards. Just drawing every card. This deck is he's just drawing every card in the deck. What is going on?
All of these cards.
This is insane.
Because he hit with
no way.
For 5. So he knew most of these cards actually existed in that order.
Oh my gosh. God, if that's a handful of blues, you're just cycling Kano here.
The world is his oyster here. He's at 16. He's playing.
He's got 1 float, Kano trigger. Take a peek. Show us something good. No D-reacts in deck.
This is still Stewart's second turn.
This is crazy, guys.
He's attacked twice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's his second turn of the game.
This is turn 2.
The end of Stewart's turn.
What is he revealing? Show us the card. We gotta know.
This is the danger.
If that's a wildfire in hand, that wildfire is going in arsenal, because he's gonna look to end it.
We both agree. This game looks ridiculous.
He's got talismanic lens. If he's got wildfire in arsenal, that's just a great position to be able to throw Stormstriders.
In order to stop any of this.
Okay, so he's going to banish the Blazing Aether here. I think that's the right call. I think you Starvo activation 1 more time here. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, this guy obviously is a better... Alexander Vor is clearly a superior Kano player to me. But I feel like with this many cards, if you're holding on to the Aether Wildfire... Oh! What is going on?
Stormstriders into another Lesson in Lava.
Lesson in Lava for 3.
Blue in hand, so he could set anything on top. If he goes Blazing...
Oh, he can get 3rd copy of Blazing Aether here.
There is a Blazing set aside.
He's already banished a Blazing. Yeah, if there's another...
He's banished 1 Blazing. He's played 1. He's got 1 more in deck. He can get 3rd Blazing Aether. He can go Blazing Aether to end this game right now. Is that a blue? If that's a blue in hand, he can do it. If that was Aether Wildfire like we thought, he can't do it.
Like you said, is this actually just lethal? How much damage has Stewart taken this turn?
I think he's only taken 6, so this pushes 12 and puts him at 2. But honestly, if you're at 2 and your wizard opponent is going to be like full grip, then you're not looking good. Now he did storm.
So he's pushed. How many from Reverberate?
But I think this leaves him at 2 unless I missed.
4 from so he's pushed 6. So this pushes 6 damage here.
Yep, that's 6.
And then he's gonna second Blazing. He's gonna second Blazing for 12.
Oh, actually, no.
He's gonna second Blazing for 12. It's gonna be over. Oh my gosh! Turn 2 Kano kill. Let's go, chat.
So that.
Holy smokes!
Welcome back to the booth.
Turn 2 Kano kill, guys. Are you kidding me?
Kano is really good, guys. I'm just gonna say.
Turn 2 Kano kill at the Pro Tour into Starvo. Holy smokes! Are you joking me right now? Guys, that was crazy. That was nuts.
He kind of just ran into it. He just ran up
against I can't. And Starvo couldn't do anything without bringing AB, without bringing Arcane Barrier. He did the right thing. Stuart did the right. He just put his hand face down and said, "You're playing solo. You're playing 1v. You're playing PvE." Louis, why isn't Louis here? That was PvE. Kano just played PvE because Starvo couldn't play. Are you kidding me? What a freaking game. I cannot believe that. Turn 2 Kano kill. I'm here for it. I'm here for the hero variety. I'm here for the turn 2 Kano kills. The wizard tech is popping off right now. That's why you run No Rune. Okay, let's pop into chat. Let's see what you guys talk about. That's why you run No Rune. Never disrespect it. It's going to take it. Rod, local Rod, ProQuest champion says he's definitely going to take Arcane Barrier from here on out. Not even Red Steadfast to block 6 as an instant. No, Red Steadfast in in Starvo is probably a little weird, unless I mean, no, I guess it could see some run. I'm into it. It's fine. It's okay. It's hilarious because that matchup is unwinnable if he has AB3. Dude, you're telling me. I've tried playing it. It's insane. I played against Starvo with AB5. It was horrible. This is the worst experience of my life. That was also local Ben. Oh, that guy just smashes me with AB5 on repeat.
As a Kano player, my mindset shifts when I see AB2 or less.
Monday, what he thought not using AB there was, I'm sure he was just trying to dodge the he was just trying to dodge the Kano matchups. He was just trying to dodge the arcane matchups.
Really scary on-hit effects as well, and they're not really called on-hit effects.
This is crazy, guys. I can't believe that just went down. Can you believe that just went down? That was crazy. Oh, face cam's still dead.
Absolutely, and we're to find out if someone else is going to die.
I have to fix that before the stream tomorrow. I can't believe that's how that went down. That was crazy to me. So is that the last round? Is that round 7? Is that finish coverage today? Michael Thomas 4 is one of my 5 predictions to perform well in this Pro Tour. 2 FaB players know to play against Kano as well. That's why we don't see many, but danger. Dude, Michael Thomas, you are correct.
And this was going to be a little bit more back and forth, I think, than the round that we just covered.
All right. So we're back to Nick Butcher, and we got Chris Ray, and we got the Starvo mirror. And it looks like turn 1, we're showing Starvo right away.
Important to note that Rampart is
Dude, it's so funny. We go from that game to this game, and we just smash Starbro on the table right away and say, you know what? Bah, I got it. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. Now it looks like Chris Ray's going to start this game off with the Starvo activation.
Break ground coming through.
From a red break ground. Or is that a yellow break ground? What's going on here?
Looks like it's a yellow break ground coming across for 8 because it normally pushes that natural 6. This is 8 dominant.
We do have, again, guys, if you were in the Hometown TCG Discord, just know you're welcome to jump in chat. You can help chat about the videos. You can jump in, talk. I got the stream going. So if you're a Hometown TCG patron, please feel free to jump in, hang out, chat away. Let's talk about it. Keep it clean. Obviously, I don't have to end the stream or kick you out. That would be, that's just sad. Let's everyone have fun. All right. So look at that. I mean, pushing through damage right away.
So all 3 were used to block or are now in the discard.
All right, opponent just slips. It looks like they just slip. And so, all right, so Nick's going to show cards on the bottom there. It's Pulse of Candlehold and, what is it? Icy Encounter? I think it's Pulse of Candlehold and Icy Encounter down there.
How he wants to sequence this turn.
Throwing some attack. Michael, what's going on? Let me get your volume correct. Keep an Icy Hammer. Dude, that Kano match was just awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Michael, Hometown TCG patron member of the community. What's going on, dude? That Kano match was sick, huh?
More Fables here today than I have in all of the Flesh and Blood events that I've cast in the past.
I think people are kind of figuring out that fact that
yeah, they definitely deserve to have him on feature match. He was really good. Let me turn your volume up here. Go ahead and just talk for me for a second. Let me make sure everyone can hear you.
Fantastic for setting up your hand, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Does look like I got a crown activation here. Some resources floating, so still get that crown of Rampart's head.
Okay. That's fine. I'm just trying to make sure people can hear you. And if they can't hear you, I'm going to try to figure out a way to make sure people can hear you, because they should. You know how it goes.
Yeah, and this is why you saw him not block with the shield, because he wanted to be able to block the Winter's Whaler. Very tight play from Chris Ray here. Make sure he doesn't get that frostbite.
Yeah, it's interesting there to have 2 resources floating after that, and then just kind of pop one away, allowing you to use both Crown and Rampart. That's the power of pitching a blue. I mean, it's like this deck is.
Oh yeah, dude, it's crazy. And this matchup, like particularly, do you have the stream pulled up yet?
Because like the control.
Yeah, this matchup in particular just has the potential to get insane. We watched one earlier, and it was back and forth. It was back and forth, and everyone was smashing until the life totals got down to be about like 15-15, and then all of a sudden it turns into that Guardian grind fest. Like the way the wheels just come off this matchup, and both decks are able to pivot into this like control-y grind value pile is insane. And particularly Nick Butcher's list does run like defense reactions. I believe he was running like Turn Timber, Staunch Response, things of that nature. It was really similar to like the list John Wood was running, and it can just get insane. It has the ability just to grind these matchups out. It's so dumb.
my favorite part about the Starvo deck. You have these big, absurd attacks, right? Like Oakenolds, double fused, all these big attacks that have to be crazy. And then randomly your turn just looks like this, where it's just like, that's a decent limited turn.
Yeah,
Are we
yeah.
playing draft? Are we playing sealed?
Yeah, that's a very good point. It is a big swing between attacks from time to time. And
no, it 100% is. It's insane. It's like there's no
when you get rid of one and you crown a seed.
There's no way that these guys, you know, haven't played this matchup probably hundreds of times at this point against several variations of the deck. But it does look like this is Starbro Fuse Super Oakenold being thrown here. Super Oakenold, dude, feels so bad on the receiving end. It feels terrible. And I know you, I know people in chat, I know everyone around the world has been hit at this point. If you play Flesh and Blood, you've been hit by a Super Oakenold, and it's just like, it's not a crush effect, right? It's just these cards go away no matter what. But it's an interesting point to make in this matchup specifically that we know is going to be a grind. Those cards going to the bottom of the deck is actually super important, right? It's so important, the fact that those cards go to the bottom instead of getting thrown in the discard pile. So they're not just thrown in the bin.
But either way, if he had 3 blues in hand, then he's pretty comfortable making this play so that you can, with that final blue, pitch it away. And
I think he's thinking about arsenaling here. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be an arsenal in the pass. He's going to set up for maybe a bigger turn. He does have 3 counters on that Spring Tunic, so he's going to maybe set up one of those 5-card hands. Definitely, and
it just, having an arsenal also gives you the flexibility if your opponent's like, you know, I'm going to throw another big attack. Well, you can crown up seeds now.
Yeah. Speaking of Tunic, it does look like Chris is going to use his. Let's go ahead and go to these cards, and he's going to go ahead and pass. So it looks like we're going to go
right
back to the
double pulse fuse, the double pulse Starvo.
I've got an extra element here.
This flexing on everyone. Look at this guy go. Got the break ground red coming across for the casual 9. You know, casual 9.
I feel like it should get an extra power.
Well, that was a big difference in the last Starbro mirror we watched right before that Kano onslaught. And there was so much value got by the player that, Nick actually, that left Tunic available. And left Tunic, so he got 3 to 4 more charges off Tunic, was able to turn that charge from Tunic into a 2-block from the Ironhide legs. Right, he was able to turn it into Crown one turn, and he had Rampart, and the other Starbro had Stalagmite. It's just there's so much more value you get over the course of a game, and you're able to more effectively use those 3 blocks. It just becomes insane. But then in a game like this, right, it seems like Chris Ray is on the front foot, and it doesn't seem like he's relenting pressure. He's got and he opts to pitch both the pulses. I don't know if I agree with that play. I like the notion of knowing what your deck has most of in it, arsenaling 1 for a possible Crown of Seeds trigger, and trying to stay on the front foot here. I don't think I like that. I don't think I'm a huge fan.
That is such a great combo. Just a casual 8 with the weapon. Frostbite could even come down if you allow it to hit.
So Nick is down to 12. Chris is up to 28. This is where the matchup has changed. I think the biggest is it used to be if you were this far ahead of a matchup, you were really, really worried about Awaken.
Yes.
If Awaken happened, it could catch the whole game up and swing the tempo, but that's not a thing anymore. So now you're just behind.
Yeah. It keeps you a lot more honest, and it makes you play those life total games a lot closer. And this is a big life difference, especially when your opponent jams another
100%
or another Starvoed big attack, and in this case,
yeah, well, I mean, this is desperation to me. When you start throwing like naked crippling crush, dude, I don't love that. And there's the staunch response we were talking about. Just always at his disposal. He's got those. He's got turn timbers. He's able to make, you know, great use of cards like that. Let me check in with chat really quick. See you guys are going. Jim Williams getting back to work. Good luck. Have a great day at work, Jim. Good to see you again. Chester Cheetah watched the Kano match. Why would someone not have Null Rune? I think they were just hedging their bet, man, against seeing Kano. Yeah, they said we're not going to see him. Dennis is complaining about Nick Butcher being on cam twice in one day, but I'm just sad we didn't get to see Easton. We had Tealwater, Hometown TCG Ascent Tealwater in the background. We could see the jersey. I tried to send mental messages to Flake, like throw to the other game, throw it, and they didn't do it. I didn't work. But, that was just crazy. Yeah, I don't know about the hammer for 8 there. I don't know if I'm in love with it. It does look like we have a dominated go again Evergreen coming in here.
Red Evergreen, so 9 dominate, go again. little shake of the head from Nick here, like, come on, man, just give me a little bit of breathing room here.
That's what he's looking for. And we do know that based on the last game that Nick is more in tune with like defense reactions. We haven't seen a single defense reaction.
This is, whenever I talk about a match, I know it's going to go the exact opposite way that I say it's going to go, and I've accepted that. I've accepted that. There was a Kano match earlier, and I was curious because it looked like Kano had 2-Nick counter, hit energy potion off the top, was a couple short of lethal, and then just conceded. I think you play energy potion there, and then you activate Kano one more time because you could hit Tome of the Aetherwind and draw into 2 blues, but then it's gonna be so hard not to backseat game all weekend. You know what I mean? Like that's not what I want this stream to be about. I want us to enjoy it. But as a player, just like you are, I'm sure it's like, oh, I kind of want it. I'm not backseat gaming, but I definitely want to like make my suggestions here and there. Does that make sense?
Just a big amount of generic damage, better than a Winter's Wail.
Looking, maybe he has a red heavy hand.
100%.
He's pitching for 4. Yeah, I think he's getting around the frostbite, perhaps.
He might just want the card out of his hand.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
that's true as well.
I've done this a couple times. So you can overpitch in this game by
course.
underpaying with the first card and then overpaying with the second.
Definitely.
And what this is going to do is it's going to get the defensive reaction out of Chris's hand, which is a good play at this point because he's so far ahead right now.
Doesn't need it.
Yeah, he doesn't need it. The
right.
big attacks aren't coming from
and there's a chance I missed.
Chris just feel like this is
yeah, I was working, so there's a chance I missed part of the stream. Maybe there was no more tomes left in the deck or something. Like, that's totally an option. It was a 1AB Starvo situation too, so I was thinking, unless you're running Red Zap, which feels pretty thin. So, okay, so we got Winter's Wail Fest back and forth here, and we do see, so Chris Ray falls off the front foot, but because Nick Butcher is not playing that casino, that high elemental build, he is playing those defense reactions, he can't necessarily turn that into this crazy like series of pressure. He's got to say, okay, I can only do this, but here comes. All right, so we found a pulse, and at 8 life, I can't imagine we'll see Chris Ray get rid of this pulse. Oh, it's the big boy. He does get rid of the pulse. Again, I say something, and I guarantee it's incorrect. He does get rid of the pulse, and he does it for the big boy, the big fella. Crippling Crush dominated for 13 with Go again. Ugh.
Eke out that win on, and this is just full casino. It's not gone. It's not dead. And your prediction of Starvo picking it up could come off the back of someone just high rolling for 3 days straight.
One of the reasons I wanted to win is we've seen what the Pro Tour winner card's going to
Well, he is, and he's able to meet Crippling Crush with staunch response. Guys, I can never line that up properly. I can't meet. I run unmovables and staunches, and I can't meet their big dominate attacks with those. All right, so here we go. The casino rolls again, and this is just an evergreen blue, but again, it's just constant. All you have to do, if you can do this every turn, you will catch Nick Butcher on a bad hand. Oh my gosh. Chester Cheetah saying Awakening would be right now. No, Awakening is banned. Awakening is banned. I called the Awakening banned for months too. Let's go. I'm proud of that.
If they want me to, I know how to burn cards. I can do that.
We could do it. We could give it like a Viking funeral. Put it on like a little bitty boat.
Oh, a tiny boat.
Sit it out there.
Float it out into the middle of a small body of water and fire an arrow.
So that'd be like a little pond in the parking lot of LSS.
And do that like in front of a pool or something.
Yeah.
Just like get a pool.
All right, back to the game. Look like Nick does have another defense reaction.
That's another red staunch. I agree with you. He's a very good deck, but look at this just line up. Look at Nick Butcher just weather this storm. Like, and he had a turn timber that he pitched there.
No damage, push this turn, but it's pretty much the same situation that's been happening.
He's cycling the turn timber at 8 life. This man has the confidence to be like, we're going long. I have 8 life, you're playing Starvo, and we're going long. Like, he's got that kind of confidence. That's insane to me. What kind of confidence is that?
Seeds on his turn so that he could then possibly do some stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't even need to here. He's got the 3 counters. He could have gone up.
I haven't heard it, but it sure looks like it. You see how some of the foiling here, like on the staunch, you see the art and the film of the card looks a little bit darker on the staunch. I could believe it. We were at MinMax the other day comparing like first edition foils to new foils and stuff like that, and it's such a different look. It's crazy. While we got this. Yeah, and then he's got the white border Crater Fist. Gosh, what is it? The casters made a comment about that early. While we're waiting, let's check in with chat again. So wait, Awaken is a fine call, just fine card, just kill me faster. I'm getting blamed for the Awakening ban. Guys, I didn't ban Awakening. I just said that's what they were going to do. Did they playtime TCG? Yes, they fixed the life being on the wrong side. That was just for the end of that one game. Are those black double mats for the LSS exclusive event? I believe so, but realistically, these are just plastic. When I was playing at the feature table, they're just plastic table toppers with card areas, and I think they laid this combat chain graphic in the middle, and it's a great touch. It's a really nice touch. Like, I like the way that looks. All right, so this is crazy. Go ahead.
And playing a little bit more respectful.
So I think that's a really good question because you're on this weird footing, right, like you said. And I think the best way to do this is the way that Chris is doing, where, yes, you activate your Crown of Seeds first, get the 5-card hand, get all the information, have that one damage block. So now any of your block 3s out of your hand fully block Winter's Wail, and then you're still left over with whatever hand. Now, it does look like he has a block 2 plus a Crater Fist block here.
It's a strange
we got
block. Maybe he didn't Crown of Seeds and we just missed it.
No, he definitely.
They could be deceiving, but I don't think Chris is so much worried about second cycle. I think Chris is just saying I don't think he's worried about second cycle. I think he just says you can't have it every time.
A strange little move, but
I think that's what he's doing. And sooner or later, he's going to say that Winter's Wail is going to peel 2 cards, right? We will get to the point in the game. But, guys, even chat, look at Nick's discipline. I see so many players feel when they get to those low life totals, just throw their equipment out there just to make themselves feel safer and stay at a higher life total. The discipline to be down 12 against Starvo and see this 9 damage come in and not just throw that equipment for no good reason, to save it for something that could be used later in the game. This is why these players are good. That discipline's hard to do. When you start feeling yourself in single digits and you've got, 5 equipment blocks sitting there, you're like, oh, I kind of want to stay not this far behind. Like, it's crazy to see someone hold it this long, and he did it in the first Guardian game too.
It's just not going to end well for you. You can drop all the way down low, but if you do, then you're basically just saying the next Starvo activation probably wins you the game.
You gotta feel a little bit for Nick here. If you were in his seat, I would definitely feel beat up, black and blue, because it feels like this whole game has just been everything that could possibly go wrong has been going wrong.
You know what this is, right?
Very good.
He's embraced the way his deck plays. It plays a little bit slower, right? It's in for the long haul. He's like me. He's embraced his inner old man, and I love that. I love it. He's like, you know what? I'm in no rush to be anywhere, Sonny. Life's a long thing. Burn yourself out. He's letting the kids cry it out. Like, hey, Chris Ray, you throw all these attacks, you tire yourself out, and then I'll play. But Chris Ray, maybe Chris Ray's got more energy than anyone in the known universe, because this man is not tiring himself out.
Yeah, one of the only few undefeated too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so here comes 2 block. We had 1 floating. Here comes 2 block there. 2 block. We got our first Starvo activation, and it is for Oaken Old fused. It's a fused Oaken Old. So he just waited. The patience on this man. The patience by this man. He's just like, nah, I'm going to just wait this out. Let's do it.
And that's maybe enough for Nick to claw back into this.
Yeah, this is big. This is a Starvo activation plus a fusion on Oaken Old. So it's attacking for 11, dominated here. Chris is going to start off by using Crown of Seeds.
100%. And we saw last turn, Chris actually used the Crater Fist last turn to prevent a damage, to be able to block the Winter's Wail with 1 card. Let's see if that comes back to haunt him here. I don't know if he's running any defense reaction packages or anything like that. If he could. Oh, we see a full elemental hand, and it looks like no Starvo activation. It looks like no Starvo activation. Doesn't look like there's an Earth card in the hand. So we see a full elemental hand. So he's looking to block 3, take 8, ditch 2. Oh, that's awful. And with Nick at 1, you have to turn around and fire this hammer. Like, you block with if you have no, wait, if one of these is not a blue, it's a mistake to not block with that card, right? You have to be able to threaten 4.
Really needed to get himself back into this game.
Puts him on the bottom, and not using that arsenal. Threatening 4 here. Oh.
1 card left. Let's see. He's going to swing that hammer. At this point, you probably just full take the hammer. You do have resources, so you can pitch for Ironhide and the shield.
If you really wanted to save this last card, you could. You could block.
Yeah, I saw that. There will be none of that.
Exactly.
And he is able...
Give him the full equipment suite.
Okay, so he can block. He can full block the rest of that attack.
So that tells me
Oh,
that
man.
there is a blue, there is going to be an attack, which will rip 2 cards. So
Yeah, this is the kind of turn that I was talking about coming out of this that actually still keeps Chris with his foot.
He is, I mean, don't get me wrong. He has to be able to dig. The problem with defense reaction Starvo is if you once you get on the front foot, there's no guarantee you can stay there. So it's more like a precision boxer, right? You have to dance around a lot. You got to play a lot of defense, and then you have to pick your spots. So he can high roll like every other Starvo in the world. He could just elemental, and do it over and over and over again. But it's far less likely than a build like Chris's. So if he can't, like, if right away this next turn he's not on the front foot, I would start to get nervous being at 1.
now
Monday 420 saying Oaken swings tempo so brutal, especially when it's double dominated for 11. Like, talk about a brutal tempo swing. Like, you have to have exactly 3 block Arsenal unmovable most of the time. It's so ridiculous. And then there's a hammer coming up afterwards, so that blue you just used for unmovable, you better have another one because you're getting a Frostbite token. Oh, the Crater Fist activation! Or no, the Crater Fist block. Okay. Oh, God. I thought we had switched to the turn we were activating. I was like, oh, my gosh. What are we doing? So this is, I think this is the right move. I think he's going to play the Winter's Bite here with Tunic on 2. Looks like there is no Arsenal on the other side of the table. Tunic on 2. I think we're playing Winter's Bite here. Is it red? No, it's blue. So I think you can still pitch. You're still pitching a blue here because you're probably blocking with Rampart. So you're playing around a Winter's Whale swing from your opponent here.
Steal enough cards from hand that they can only swing the hammer, right?
And that is a yellow. So he does pitch a yellow Evergreen.
And then, break ground 7 coming across. Now, you don't have a follow-up attack to this. There was no fuse. But you're pushing 7, and now you can
so Ascent is very big on a unique and awesome Starvo list that I believe Easton is on, and currently at either 6 or 7-0. And there is some spicy tech in that list. It gets wild, dude.
Looks like we're going to have a block.
So here comes the break ground. It looks like taking a good portion of this damage. Wow. Controls the draw for next phase with I, probably looking to dig for that defense reaction. Tunic up to 3. 3 cards left. Is Chris Ray going to show Starvo here? Oh, no. He's just going to... I mean, Okino for 7 here with your opponent at 1 is a fantastic play.
2 cards in hand, I think, is what he's left with. I'm not quite sure there. This is a time where you would consider maybe throwing.
Yeah, 100%. Eric Baumgart said, I once had double fused Ogan Old coming at me while Starvo had a Channel Mount Heroic out in top 8 at ProQuest. Oh, no.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a defensive reaction here.
Oh, no. F in chat for Eric, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let me ask you, Eric. Did you block it? Because I think the answer is no. It better be no.
It doesn't look like it's going to just be the double block from hand plus the shield to block it all out. That is going to leave 2 cards.
Looks like we got a full block, keeping 2 cards. Chris Ray does get an Arsenal target. I believe we'll probably see a Winter's Whale crackback here.
Stop it a little bit. He does have the 5.
Oh.
Oh, this is
oh. Well, now this just got spicy.
Huge.
Casual lethal.
Pulse.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, I mean it's a great move there.
He feels desperate in this moment. Which
Eric says he full blocked it and he won the game. I'm gonna need to see footage. If you did, that's awesome, man. That's great. Oh, it's all okay. Chris Ray finds a staunch response. What just happened? No way. How many did he keep? Did he keep 2 or 3? Looks like he kept 3. And a crippling crush for 11. No Arsenal. No Arsenal for Nick Butcher. If he doesn't have defense reaction in hand, he can be caught on 2 blocks, and that can be it. Crippling crush for 11.
It looks like, we're getting everything. The whole shebang.
Just chuck it all out there. Oh, he did.
And it looks like that will be it. Chris Ray just pulls the casino wheel until he gets there. Holy smokes. I didn't think that was going to work. I think they're trying to calculate block and make sure he couldn't block it.
Yep, just double check the math there.
Total 11.
He did. Okay, so he defended it.
9, 10, 11. Yep.
Back up to a 4-card hand from Nick here, but he's on the defensive again. Still no Arsenal card. We're back over to Chris. Does he have a
I thought he was just pitching, and I thought he reached his hand out to scoop. He did. He blocked it all.
Lay down the red evergreen. Gonna opt. Now technically.
Wow, I can't believe he blocked it all. Is this just a red evergreen thrown? If this is just a red evergreen, again, there's a lot of 2 blocks, but this deck playing high defense reaction, keeping something, blocking all 7 again. This man is just dodging death left and right. Stick and move. Stick and move, Nick Butcher.
Yeah, Nick's in a situation where
no way.
Chris has a huge miss-term. It's going to be so hard. With this.
Show Starvo, that's the game. Good game.
Oaken Old finishes the game.
That was crazy, and that will be the last round of the game today, guys. We have a stream planned for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. That will be it, I believe. Let's turn the volume on here. Let's listen to what they have to say.
7-0. Don't forget Nick. Falls to 6-1. Falls to 6-1, right?
He didn't fall very far. Let's put it that way.
Can you imagine you're going through the day, you're undefeated, you go into your last round, you lose that last round, and it like dampers your day, even though you're like, I just 6-1 day 1 of the first Pro Tour.
Yes, it is really important. This is a marathon of a weekend. This is not won and lost on day 1, unless you mentally let it be lost on day 1, and that is one of those moments. The grand scheme of things.
All right, it looks like we might be bugging out finally. Like I said, we set this up super hastily.
Losing
I can't believe he got there.
A high roll game, you just need to throw that away. You just got to throw it away mentally and then come back fresh the next day.
Yeah. Well, right after this, we have an interview lined up for you guys, but that's going to be it for us today. But don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Flesh and Blood tomorrow.
I think we should have. I can't believe we didn't get to see him. That was crazy.
All right, I'm joined by Alex.
We got an interview
who just
here.
Kano'd the hell out of somebody. How do you feel about that one, man?
I can't hear the interview.
Oh, no, that is the correct
response.
Guys,
let me know if it's
you
good.
Like to see it now. The other question I have is, how does it feel to be so selfish that you play not only on your own turn, but on their turn as well?
You know, I have 10 less life. It's what I have to do, you know?
That is the trade-off. That's absolutely the trade-off. Now, the other part about this is just the selection of Kano. It seems like Kano
Alex went
came
undefeated
out of nowhere.
then, right?
It's a very high skill cap hero to play, but nobody really had it on their radar in terms of coming into this tournament. A lot of talk about Chain, obviously Starvo, and Prism. But what led you to actually lock down Kano and then, you know, seeing these results? Are you happy about that choice, obviously?
Well, definitely happy to go 7-0. Kano, definitely a deck I'm comfortable with. You know, I think a lot of the mainstay decks like Chain, Starvo, all those ones, you know, I did a lot of testing. I wasn't committed to Kano until, honestly, right before the event. I ended up going with it kind of as a comfort pick, you know, and also as like it's a high risk, high reward kind of hero, I think. You know,
especially when your favorite hero is something like off meta or something like that. When your favorite hero, you got to dig a little bit deeper through the heroes to find your favorite. Well, all right, guys, this has been awesome. I want to remind everyone here that tomorrow. I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna let this. I was gonna make an announcement. I should let this interview play out. What am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I doing this?
Risk reward, playing to win. You know, it's very surprising.
I literally ended work a little early today to do this, and I shouldn't have done that. But
in round 1, I was sitting down. I saw it on the feature round, so I was like that. And Hayden Dale was also on it. I think Hayden and Sasha were both 5-1 going into the last round, so I wasn't expecting. Well, I was expecting a little bit of other Kano, but I wasn't expecting 3 Kanos on the top tables. So definitely interesting that it's performed so well.
All right, so top 8 comes around. What are your thoughts about a Kano mirror match in the finals?
Well, I would think it's fun, but it's probably the most boring thing you'll ever watch, to be honest with you.
It's going to be a lot of blue pitching and a lot of confused spectators. Yeah. Alex, congratulations moving forward, and good luck moving forward. 7-0's in the vicinity, and day 2 is locked in, so congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
No worries.
Guys, the Kano hype is ridiculous. Let me chat with chat real quick. Mike, thanks for jumping in with us. This was super awesome. Really appreciate you stopping by. Guys, everyone in chat, make sure you stop by tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be doing coverage, and Sunday as well. I'm hoping to have Louis stop by tomorrow. Michael will probably stop by again tomorrow. We'll have members of the Hometown TCG Discord able to stop by. But guys, remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, turn notifications on, and I have a goal. We weren't going to stream today, so I didn't have any goals with the stream today. But tomorrow, I want to see if we can hit 200 like live viewers. I think that would be cool. We had 370 for History Pack 1. I think for Pro Tour, between tomorrow or during the top 8, I want to hit that many viewers. So let's go. I think it'll be awesome. So, all right, thanks for stopping by. Thanks, everyone. Wrapping up in chat. Playtime, Sonny, Keith, thank you so much. Way, of course, thanks for stopping by. Dennis, you suck, dude. You're always mean to me. You make me cry. All right, guys, thank you so much. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Until next time, you guys know me. My name is Josh, and I will see you tomorrow for some Channel Fireball Pro Tour 1 coverage. See you around.